All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready almost with map 2 here between Team Maikelele and Team adreN for the ROG Community Challenge. Sam, are you feeling ready for this one?
Yeah, going into the second map. I mean, it was close. Like what was said on the analyst desk, Maikelele really stepped up big in the first half for his team. He got them fired up. He got them ready to go. And they just got such a lead based off of those back-to-back 1v3 clutches that he pulled off that adreN's team were never really able to catch up. This Team Sweden, or the Swedes rather, just weren't making enough mistakes for the North Americans to catch up. Yeah. Going into cash now, however, this is adreN's pick. This is their map.
It is traditionally the sort of the American map, right? It's all the American teams. Historically, oddly enough, because way back at the dawn time, it was only played in the ESCA League where all the American teams were playing. So all the American teams were super well drilled in playing cash, and none of the Europeans played it. And then it actually took quite a while before the European team sort of started to catch up and actually put real time into it. So it's like an interesting switch there. But now it's sort of everybody's map, but we still call it the American map just because.
Just because it's like...
It's because we're lazy.
Yeah, you know, well... Still waiting for... Well, there have been some good teams on it in the past. I mean, NIP had their times on the map when they were pretty good. Fnatic. I mean, there have been some solid teams on Cash. But
yeah.
But you're right. It always does feel like kind of like NA home turf, like Season. You know,
yeah.
same sort of thing with Season.
I think VP was a fun team on Cash.
Yeah.
I always had chills down my spine whenever NIP would pick Cash. I always felt like, this is gonna be weird. But yeah, they had some good wins on it in the past. I just think it was too much up and down, really. So, what do you think? You gonna stick with Team Maikelele, or you think adreN's got this one?
I'm sticking with Team Maikelele. I mean,
yeah.
Feel like they should be they should be able to actually just carry it through right now, at least from the level that we saw. And if Maikelele has the same start, I know there's an if there, but it seems to me like Maikelele's team has a bit more firepower right now.
What about Dr. Mr. Fish?
I know it's tough, man. It's tough with a name like that. You expect the champion. Expect a man who's going to come in here and get the job done, right? Diagnosis.
Yeah.
You're dead. I mean,
I think he's got it. I think he looked solid. Like he had the moves on that first map. He just needed more backup. It was all about him. I can see this working out.
This is all. I mean, I'm not sure.
What are you looking for?
Oh, it's aesthetic. Yeah. I kept wanting to say authentic, but then that sounded wrong to me. But it's aesthetic. That's the guy right there for me to watch, really, on this North American team. I feel like anybody tuning in, aesthetic is a monster. Like he was the reason why Team adreN were able to get so much done in that first map, I think.
He was playing very well, and we'll see if he can continue to do so. They do have a lineup of just 4 armors and then utility on CJ. The same on Maikelele. Well, actually, a little bit of lack of armor on Maikelele's team. That could be dangerous against the Glocks, but we'll see if they're going to prevail. They seem to be playing a full retake on the A-bomb side, so everyone is sort of drawn back. They're playing either truck or highway, and they're prepared essentially to give up the A plant here and say, you can put the bomb down, but we'll retake the bomb site.
This feels a bit more like it's going according to plan here for adreN, to be frank, because in the interview coming into it, the head-to-head between the coaches, they were saying that he wanted to rely on aim, confidence, get out there, take the fight. T-side, that's what it's all about. You get out on T-side, you look for headshots, and adreN, there we go. He leads the way, takes down Crasher, the hero of the CT round from Maikelele.
And there's Dr. Mr. Fish putting in the work, getting the 1 kill, and then a double, taking down Forced to Live. I love it. Moose in the middle there to make sure that there was not going to be any kind of rotation happening from Foxy, and that means Lolzy's alone, and it's adreN with the help of Dr. Mr. Fish to take out the last player in the round there. So there we go. Team adreN off to a good start.
Yeah, that's the start that you're looking for. CT side cash as well. I mean, the defense worked out. They all hit their shots. They denied the bomb plant, as you guys can see there. Forced to Live, making it happen with a double kill in that round. So really, you just expect both teams to kind of run at each other, go out for that clash, right? That all-out battleground kind of run in and die sort of situation, right? And it worked out where Maikelele are the ones now battling from behind.
4 UMPs and the 1 AK-47. I don't know if I can ever in my mind sort of fully adjust to this kind of a weapon buy. Every time I see something like this, I always think, nah, it's just. But the UMP is really good. I mean, it's not just this level. Like the pros, they do it too, and they seem to have success with it.
Absolutely. No, most of the pros you talk to now say that it's completely broken. Like for the cost, the investment you have to make in this gun, it's ridiculous how much you get out of it.
Maikelele, if you got that shot blind, that would have been something. Aesthetic going to take him down, though, and CJ following up with a couple of kills. He was very good on the first map, CJ, as well.
Right.
He just always seemed to be in the wrong bomb site. Like, they would hit A a lot, and then he'd have to run in from the B bomb site. But he did a pretty good job even then.
Well, they're figuring something out here is that Moose is going to be in that mid or that lurk role here so far. At least Maikelele have that to go off of, because 2 rounds running now, Moose has been alone in mid and catching out the rotator. So Maikelele can start actually putting together a little bit of a picture here as to what this T side is going to look like for Team adreN. If they push for the extremities, if they're going for a 4-1, right? Bit of the old French style, really. Or the 1-3-1, but like you can have that death ball kind of approach and then just a couple guys out on the wings.
Let's see how this is going to unfold. They'll finally have a chance to pick up some rifles. So we'll see how that is going to... Oh, sorry, that's a little bit too soon. Justin's still going to be with the pistols. I thought we were around ahead somehow.
So did I, actually. But then, yeah, you're right. It was the second round.
Forced to live. Close with the P250 as you'd want to be. That smoke is going to evaporate fairly soon, and I think he realizes as well, so just going to try and back out of there. When they do go for it, I mean, in this sense, Mirage is sort of a different map to Cash. I think Maikelele was very active on CT side with the AWP. It's going to be hard for him to be that active with it on Cash. Like, there's quite a rotation distance if you're in B bomb side to try and sort of run all the way back to A or something like that.
Right.
Like, I think he's going to have maybe a harder time being as dynamic with it.
Now, that would be a good approach if somebody was silly enough exactly to not have a helmet in the 3rd round. If you're from Team adreN, right? You're clicking calmly away at head height with the USP. You're just hoping for somebody to have skimped. You can get that punish. It's not going to be the case right now. Team adreN not really skimping, not really cutting too many corners. They are taking a lot of damage, but they're staying alive.
And finally, Dr. Mr. Fish puts an end to 1. Then he goes down, sadly. Maikelele taking him out. Foxy putting in a fair bit of damage. I mean, 3 of the members of Team adreN right now are in a position where they could go down even just from the bomb. They're going to lose 2 already. No diffusers can happen. It's just too late for that kind of nonsense. But still, a very expensive round here, especially because CJ is probably going to go down with the bomb. So, yeah, 4 people dying in this round. I think the bomb is going to go up, CJ. I think it did. So CJ out of the round 2. That means only 1 person living through. That's really expensive.
For a hard eco, that's a really good result. You're right. Like, you're actually getting basically almost everything out of it, barring a round win. If you could have saved a couple of guns, even better, icing on the cake, but it doesn't really matter at the end. They get Team adreN to spend a lot of money going into this next round. A lot of the bank is gone, and now we have the buy coming in here from Maikelele, and we have more aggression coming out from them as well. Forced to live straight up to vents, not wasting any time, but look at this, adreN. There was an opportunity there to go for an all-out aggressive play. Live up to his words from the interview, which was just charge, 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 and don't stop.
They wanted to play this style, aggressive and confident. We'll see if it's going to work out. Lolzy's playing right in the smoke. He's already made his way through. Going to go for the spray. Takes out Dr. Mr. Fish, and now Aesthetic going to be there with the refrag. That's very important, and was another key point of adreN's strategy here. Maikelele throws in the flashbang, underhand, charges through, and takes down adreN and drops the bomb. Now he's trying to escape back through. Goes for a secondary fight against CJ, but he's going to come out on bottom there. And now it's Forced to Live and Foxy left.
Can Forced to Live find an angle, though? It's going to be the open plant. Default, it looks like. And now, while Forced to Live is in a bit of a tight spot, this is allowing for them to exactly back off, get some grenades up in play. Now more time is going to burn off this clock. And I think between Forced to Live and Foxy, they're trying to make up their minds. Are they going to go for it or not? Are they going to go for this push? And it doesn't look like it. They're backing off.
I mean, they were
saving these guns.
They were hoping that Team adreN would make a sort of common mistake and just go and, for a quick peek, quick fight somewhere, see what's up, and then they could make it a 2v2. But they never did, and then they thought, all right, we're just going to back off. And maybe they didn't know how low on health Moose and CJ were, because if they did, I think they would have probably gone for the fight. But they just didn't have the intel, so instead, they're going to go and save the rifles. That will be another round, a 4th one for Team adreN. So suddenly looking a lot better here, I would say.
Absolutely. And Aesthetic, again, the double kill for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing work right now. Continuing on from Mirage, first map in this best of 3, where he had a lot of rounds where he kind of stood tall and did a lot of damage. Not able to pick up the win in the end, but still a fair personal showing here so far. He's been continuing to do work here for adreN. So definitely the player you want to keep an eye on here if you're rooting for the North American team. As far as Maikelele are concerned, though, it's grim. It's not looking ideal. 4-round lead here for Team adreN so far, and 3 guys having to eco on pistols for Team Maikelele.
Crasher already getting taken out by a Moose over at the B bomb side. Lolsey wanting to play the edge of the smoke once again, but he only has the Deagle, so he's a bit apprehensive at the moment. It's going to be the double boost into middle, which is fine. Forced to Live going to be in a lot of trouble right here. He does take down one, but the refrag is there. Dr. Mr. Fish giving it up for his team.
Yeah, I'm not expecting that second man. Bit of the mind games coming through, and unfortunately that's a rifle loss for Team Maikelele. But adreN are going towards the B site where the other one is. Foxy is there. Maikelele with the one dig. Takes down CJ. That's going to stumble adreN a little bit. But they still continue to push forward, and Foxy with the M4. It's his time to shine. Picks up the first kill. Not going to get the second. Good trading, good spacing there from Team adreN, from Moose in particular, backing up aesthetics. And so this is now a winnable situation for Team adreN. They've got the crossfire established, and it's on Lolsey with the Deagle to get the job done.
Lolsey, oh, there's the headshot, taking down Moose. He's going to go for it. Almost gets it. Very close to hitting adreN's face there, but not quite connecting. That was great. In the end, it will be the American team coming out on top. Still a pretty expensive round considering they had only 2 rifles and some pistols on the CT side, so that's interesting. Also, that position that Foxy's playing in that corner, I hate it. And pro players do it too. I hate when people stand behind those barrels or with the box or whatever it is. Like, I'm just not a fan of it.
On the site.
Yeah, it's like the closest corner to the entrance behind the box. It's just not, it's not great.
Well, there you go, Anders. You got your wish. When you saw that position, you were probably internally thinking, maybe you didn't recognize it consciously, but you were just like, I hope that he gets one digged. And
I'll explain why later. If we see it again, I will certainly point it out. It's become my favorite hate thing on this map. There are a couple of positions like that every once in a while where I just don't see the benefit. But CJ ready and waiting. There's already been some sort of battle through the doorway, but no one has taken any damage now. The Molotov there to clear out the close boost position, but no one currently playing in it. Team adreN playing it slower than they've been in the previous rounds.
Yeah, now they've actually changed it up. I suppose because they realize there's obviously a buy coming through. And there you go, Forced to Live, but Maikelele peeks behind his teammate Moose with a blinding headshot. Will just rip Michael's head off. And now, well, that sets it up nicely. Lols gets them to line up, but he's not able to capitalize on that, and the damage is done. Moose, again, lurking in mid. Cassius Crasher looking towards that A site, trying to support his teammate. It's not going to happen. And Foxy rotating over from B. He's alone. He does get the double tap headshot onto Moose, and so we need a follow-up. Gets a kill on adreN as well. But it's still a 1v2 with the bomb down. No kit picked up on him either.
Yeah, and his health, you know, he's only got 21 health, so either way it's going to be near impossible. But some really crisp shots coming out of Foxy, which we love to see. He's trying to fall back. He's at the top of his scoreboard with 4 kills. That says something, and it's not good, about what's happening on the Maikelele team right now. They need more of an impact. Moose and CJ on the other side are doing a fine job. And are we seeing finally a tactical timeout here? Maikelele?
Looks like it.
Is he gonna pause the game to sort of, you know, help get his team mentally back into it, or is he gonna berate them? So, you guys suck. This is unacceptable. You're making me look bad.
I mean, he's doing a lot of talking right now. Definitely hear him.
Well, what's he saying, Samla? You've been studying up on your Swedish, haven't you?
A little bit.
An active student.
He's being a Swede though. He isn't speaking very loud. So I can't really hear them. Not like the French when they were in here. See, that's the difference, man. Americans definitely hear them when they talk. French, same thing, right? Very loud, project, you know. Swedes, very quiet, low key.
It is true. They're very subtle like that. There's no doubt about it. But very good at Counter-Strike. I think Paolo was saying sort of the home of Counter-Strike, or was that Flom? I'm not sure. But either way, it's not untrue. I think that's a reasonable statement.
You kind of extend that to Scandinavia now, though, right? Or it's like Denmark, like the combination of Denmark and Sweden.
Well, I would say Denmark is just plain taken over at this point. given the recent ridiculous amount of investment into it.
It's true, though. I mean, it is true. It's getting out of hand in Denmark.
It is.
What is it? FC Copenhagen?
So FC Copenhagen, yes, with North and Refresh with you know, backing up Stralis and all the rest of it.
Who is it again?
Heroic Stralis, Godsend, I think. So got everything going on there. There's interesting times for sure. But actually, there's a discussion we've been having for a while about sort of where is the new talent in Sweden, because there seems to be less of it than there is in Denmark, which obviously there's no logical reason why that should be. So it must be out there somewhere.
They're hiding.
Maybe some of them are here, right here. You know, that's one of the fun things about this tournament is that could very well be the case. We'll see if some of them are going to show some real potential. I mean, already we've seen, I think, some good stuff out of Forced to Live and Foxy. They've been hitting some good shots here.
Well, what's fascinating when it comes to Forced to Live in particular is that his age, he's 15. Like that's like, you know, Kjærby, that's about when these young up and coming stars, you know, started to make their break, right?
But there's a lot of reason why you would look for talent that is in that age bracket, and part of the reason is that they will have developed less bad habits. Yeah. You could find someone who's very talented who's 23, but if they've already been playing on a couple of lower level teams, there's a good chance they will have learned all sorts of things that you have to unlearn about how to play the game, and then you have to sort of try and get them to play the game in a reasonable and professional way. If you pick up someone who's 15, then you know you can make them the player that you really want them to be. They just have to have sort of a basic quality to them, and that's I mean, something that we're seeing more in Counter-Strike, right? Fnatic have a sort of a youth
Fnatic
team,
Academy.
Right?
Yeah, and they're good as well. Fnatic Academy. They're actually going to be at DreamHack Leipzig.
Yep.
That's coming up next week.
I think it's very exciting. It's a very good sign for Counter-Strike that's happening. Dr. Mr. Fish back in the action, taking down one, and then with the help of CJ, they shut down Crasher together. Maikelele in this position that I hate so badly. I really don't want people to play here any longer, but it is a 3-on-3. Maikelele gonna go down to Dr. Mr. Fish, and now it's a 2-on-2. See if they can bring this one home. 5 seconds left. They're going to go for the bomb plant, but Forced to Live takes down Aesthetic, and now it's all on Dr. Mr. Fish, and he's going to go down. That was a great strafe. UMP headshot from Forced to Live, and it will be the first round for Team Maikelele here on Cash. It's finally something happening.
That timeout, something with Swedes and timeout, so they just turn it on after that. You know, they need to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, right? Maybe, you know, a sauna. Maybe have like a knäckebröd sandwich or something. and then they're good. You know, they're ready to go again.
Just trying to force in Swedish things that you know.
Oh, you know, I left the herring out of it, Anders. I could have put the herring in there as well.
All right,
I didn't.
We'll get to it later. We do have Dr. Mr. Fish on the roster, so maybe one day. Maikelele, very well read. Realizes that was going to happen. So Moose out of the round already now. It's a 4-on-5. And Team Maikelele, I mean, it's been a long time coming, but finally they're stepping it up.
And it's not over. It's definitely far from it. This is a map that you can go 8-7, 9-6 and still be feeling pretty comfortable with that kind of scoreline. So we're only 8 rounds into this first half, and Maikelele, it's a good time for them to take the break. It's not out of control just yet. They still have a chance to get back into this. It's adreN right now who has to reason out a way to stop the Swedes from getting some control here. And so adreN, he's cleared out A main. He's got that to go off of. He has 2 mates in mid as well with the bomb so they can make their way up Speedway. But there's a player at Car, and there is one in NBK as well. But they've been very consistent about nading out. Oh, not this time. The Molotov goes behind quad boxes.
Good little wall. Oh, what a shot for Maikelele, taking down Aesthetic, and Lolsey picking up one as well. Michael's certainly tired of losing here. He's picked up a triple kill, and now it's down to CJ. 1 versus 4 with almost no health left, and he's going to be going down. So it looked like they had a sort of a good wall of smokes there, but Michael didn't care.
No, that was dead on, wasn't it? And Lolsey as well, in particular, he was alive in NBK corner, and he did his job. He picked up 1 kill. You trade 1 for 1. That's good enough. Let's see. It's because he spots his ankle, and that's what you're always trying to do. Except that Michael actually makes it work, right? Where you're just like, okay, you see him run into the smoke. I think he's around here. You spray, and then the round is over, and you're like, I didn't actually do any damage to him. Michael's like, yeah, here, this is how it works. Dead on.
Easy peasy.
With the op, no less. 1 bullet.
Waiting for the fire to go out, and then they're going to go for the boost in the middle. 6-2 is the scoreline, so I mean, Team adreN, they're running out of money as evidenced by the fact that they only have the 2 Tech-9s in play right now. Very limited on grenades, but they do have the 2 Molotovs, which is exciting. Wonder how they're going to try and use them. All right, now, the smoke's already headed into the A-bomb side. Looks like they want to try and see if they can make it work once again, but pushing up quite aggressively is actually Lolsey, and the Molotov's forcing him in. They know he's there. This is a really dangerous position. He takes a kill, and that's more than you could have asked for.
He still takes a kill. Takes down Moose. Now Crasher and mid's going to take down Aesthetic. We got a man advantage here for Maikelele. adreN trying to push onto the site. They are going to manage it. And they're going to get that bomb plant, but Maikelele is going to take down adreN in the meantime, and that leaves it down to CJ, who will find a kill on Crasher, but somehow they just stop everything. Maikelele, he gets 3 kills in the round, but more importantly, his team just shutting adreN out of the site.
That was sort of a strange round, because if they could have taken down lolz clean, then there was no one else on the bomb site. They didn't have to go and face Maikelele at the forklift. They could have just got the bomb down for main, and that would have been it. You know, smooth sailing. So a bit of error in judgment, I would say, on the adreN team. That's 3 rounds in a row here, and not enough money for a buy on Team adreN. So Maikelele's team, they're starting to get back into this. And you said, you know, you thought this is all right, like they weren't too far behind, and they're not. I think, again, when you're playing with mixed teams like this, you have to remember that playing CT side can be very difficult. Like T side, you generally get so much more space to move around and do whatever you want to do. Usually it's the CT side that's the issue. We'll see how this is going to unfold.
Yeah, right. This is just a pause. Tactical timeout coming in here from adreN. And it's their turn to kind of sit and think, ponder the meaning of life. It's not tactical fish. It's, well, that's adreN. Or that's rather Maikelele. Yeah. Doing good work, man. Doing good work. I'm actually, like, interacting with Forced to Live right now. Total baller. All right.
A lot of talking going on. And it actually seems like on adreN's side that this is Dr. Mr. Fish. In case you were wondering, if you're ever, you know, in his practice, if he's ever, you know, going to help you out with any doctorly stuff, then this is what he looks like.
Got the man in the middle there, adreN as well. The veteran. And, well, right now, the man who's trying to figure out the solution here, how to get his team from throwing away this lead.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, if things are getting interesting here, because if Michael's team's going to go back into this one, you got to remember as well, they lost the first map. So if they can't make this map work, then they're going to be out. See, it is single elimination, but best of 3. So you get a chance to prove yourself on 2 maps no matter what happens, but you just, after that, it's done if you can't make that work. Which I guess is kind of fair.
I mean, I think what we have to admit here is that Forced to Live, so far, best hair game out of anybody at this tournament. Have to say, I'm impressed. It's like device level hair.
Oh, that's saying a lot.
Dude, I'm not throwing that around lightly either. But that's man has come to play in game and out.
Okay. Well, maybe we can get a close-up of that later on. See what's up. We'll judge it together. Find a reasonable system to score this by. Foxy's in the back line. He's hearing everyone stepping outside, so you can just call this in. Pick up the phone and tell your teammates that this is happening. Moose is going to be going down already, but Aesthetic there with the refrag. Dr. Mr. Fish tragically walks into a grenade from Maikelele, but CJ's there with the refrag, so overall they're trading quite a bit. This is a great round for Team adreN, even though I don't think they're going to win it. They just don't have the equipment really for it, and Maikelele is still alive, and he seems to be sort of back in clutch mode.
Yeah, Foxy kind of struggling a little bit, sadly for him. Aesthetic, no Kevlar, going to be forced into checkers, and, well, he'll try to take the fight, but Forced to Live with the Kevlar is going to have the edge there if you get into a spray fight, and he's going to live. So, plenty of time left for the defuse. They get the job done, and we're looking at a 4th round on the board here for Team Maikelele. But you're right, bomb plant, couple of kills, that's all you can ask for from a pretty much an eco round for Team adreN. Now, though, we should see what they've come up with.
This is the hair that we were talking about.
This is a close-up of the hair. Look at that swoosh. So it's just...
Yeah. No, I agree.
That is fantastic hair.
That is impressive. I'm not gonna lie. We'll give him that. If only they were playing in the outer game content as well. You know, if there was a hair competition, probably be right up there.
There's 2 days left with the video crew here. I'm sure they can come up with something.
3 people towards the mid and B side, and then a couple of highway and A. So I would say fairly passive hold still coming out of Maikelele's team. There's no attempt to push B mid, no counter boost, no adventures into A main. lolz's been trying that, you know, earlier, and it sort of half worked, half failed. So he's just playing it cool on the bomb side this time.
Nope. Oh, perfect. I thought he was going to mess it up. Nicely done. But I guess the, you know, we've gone away. We've gone away from the confidence play. Instead, we're playing very passive stuff here for Team adreN. Counting on that tactical mind, and, well, unfortunately for him, it gets spread basically all across the back wall there in front of the door.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we were talking about, wasn't it? You know, AWP versus AWP, adreN versus Maikelele. This time, it's the Swedish captain coming out on top. Then Molotov in the corner, not really going to connect with anyone. No one holding there. Now, they're going to go for this full A push. And Lolzy on the bomb side, what can he do? He's inside the smoke. Oh, stabs CJ in the eye with the M4. That's a horrible way to go. And Dr. Mr. Fish is taking on Lolzy in return. So still a 2-on-3 with Moose covering the middle here. That bomb plant, where is it coming from? 25 seconds. It's actually stuck in main right now. So they need to go and pick up that bomb. Dr. Mr. Fish is walking out. He's turning his back, and Maikelele somehow misses the shot. I don't even know how that flashbang working against him. And now he goes down to Moose, who's picked up a triple. It's Foxy left in a 1 versus 2. Dr. Mr. Fish in charge of taking the bomb and planting it. And now Foxy in a lot of trouble here. He's going to try and see if he can maybe throw a smoke to block off one side for the retake here, but it's very tricky.
Really having to make use of that utility. Only problem for him is that, truck, he has the timing. Not going to hit the shot, however. Mo's too quick.
Quad kill for him as well. Just a great round. Waiting as well. I mean, the communication, right? He was waiting for Dr. Mr. Fish to settle in the A bombs, sorry, in the B bomb side, and then A bomb side, and then he just sort of worked the middle of the map and was all over the place.
I'm loving this name right now.
Dr. Mr. Fish.
Dr. Mr. Fish. Just waiting for Dr. Mr. Fish to give his diagnosis. Where?
Second in the field of doctoring, only to Dr. Dre. I wonder. I think being a doctor is like a protected title, right? Could you get into trouble if you call yourself Dr. Mr. Fish?
Well, you gotta take an oath, don't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, you could be a doctor in all sorts of things, right? So you could, I mean, you could be like a doctor of biology, but you still think you have to have like done something to do that. If you can call yourself a doctor, I will come up with cool names for myself right away. I'll be a doctor in all sorts of things.
I mean, I don't know if you can get a doctorate in Diablo
commentary.
2.
A doctor in professional esports commentary. Maybe that could be a thing.
Online linguistics.
Someone should find out for us. I want to know if I can legally call myself a doctor without getting into trouble.
I know what you'd be a doctor of. You'd definitely earn your doctorate in memes.
Doctor meme. I'll try. I'll try and keep it up. Foxy staring at the fire for a bit before deciding to put it out. Not sure if it was going to kill him, which it definitely was. Foxy finally makes it out, and Dr. Mr. Fish is waiting on the other side. Grenade to the face of Crasher. Now finally Team adreN is starting to wake up again. Lolzy. Interesting play, falling off while he's firing the M4. Now that leaves Maikelele 1 versus 5 with the AWP. He's trying to line up for a headshot. He gets it anyway on CJ. Well, maybe we see some of that professional level caliber there. He actually gets that shot on Moose as well, but not enough for the kill. Follow-up shot will do it, however, and he's going to jump up and take down adreN. He is just having a field day right now. He's not going to win the round, but it's still pretty impressive.
He eventually gets caught, but you're right. I mean, that went from a pretty horrid round, if all 5 players for Team adreN survive, to him actually kind of bringing it back a little bit. Still 3 kills, still getting them to spend some money despite them winning. I mean, why not? Still a long way to go, though, if they want to bring this back. 4-8. And, well, no saved AWP, I think, is the most concerning thing here. If Maikelele can hit shots like this, well, you know, you kind of want to get that op in his hands pretty often, but it's not happening right now for Maikelele. In fact, it's a double AWP setup here for Team adreN. And adreN starting us off strong, taking down Forced to Live.
Molotov there to force Crasher out of the corner. They only have USPs left right now. Aesthetic has the other AWP on the T side. The things are getting interesting right now. I mean, this could be a very good first half here for Team adreN.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, headshots. Yeah, he gets one. Takes down Moose, Maikelele.
Yeah, he took down Dr. Mr. Fish as well, which is, I think, more upsetting.
Well, you know, some lemon sauce, a little dill. Sure, it was a fine meal.
No one eats dill. It's the worst spice out of all of them, for sure.
It's a light, you know, refreshing.
No,
spice.
it's the worst. The absolute worst.
Okay, what is the best spice then, Anders?
Obviously garlic. With no competition at all. Like literally just a massive gap between garlic and anything else.
All right. What about the topping sauce or something like that? You know what's on the sauce? Is it brown sauce? I'm appealing to your inner Swede. You're like Scandinavian right here. I know I just called it Dane Swede, but
I'm gonna have to go with like mushroom sauce.
Mushroom sauce is pretty good, yeah.
Because the thing is, you can make that into almost anything anyway.
I'm becoming pretty partial to blue cheese sauce, you know?
That's so American.
No, no, like the Swedish way with like heavy cream. You know, you melt a bunch of blue cheese, you put some mushrooms in there, heavy cream. Like
I don't know about this yet.
It's nuts, dude.
I just know that every American I know, wherever we go, they recommend blue sauce on everything.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like America, they do it too sweet. Like it's just.
All right. But in the meantime, though, this retake 2v3 is obviously not happening. Crasher sacrificing himself. Foxy, though, way on the other side with the AK. So he was just going to look for a way to get some people killed, I think, and they're going to be able to save the AK, which is good news. They are lacking the money a lot, so they need grenades and everything else, and they are running out of rounds to make this comeback work.
No, it's looking a little tight here to end the half at a good scoreline. Keep in mind, it was Mirage, the first map, where Maikelele, first half T-side, they ended at 10-5. They got such a big lead that despite adreN's team starting to wake up a little bit in the second half, they weren't able to catch up. They weren't able to get in there. If we have the same kind of scoreline here for adreN, the road back into this game for Maikelele is going to be rough. They desperately need the remaining 2 rounds in this half. Ending at 9-6. You still have some room to work with here. So Maikelele, a little bit of pressure on him. He's been hitting shots, but we need to look at players like Lulzy, like Foxy right now. These guys need to step up. Need to start hitting some shots.
Crasher with the counter boost ready into the vents. They shoot it out this late, though, and people are going to hear. Yeah. Like, the whole point is you want to do it when you're actually right outside of CT spawn through the door so that people don't hear that you're doing it. Otherwise, a player like Aesthetic surely gonna realize that might have been going on. They're just waiting. Like, I mean, I was worried actually that Team adreN was slowing down. I kind of liked the all-out play more, but it seems to be working for them.
Yeah, this change of pace. It's when it gets chaotic. I mean, Forced to Live just caught out in the middle of Africa there. Lulzy's going to get a little bit of damage taken as well, but Moose is the one to find the first kill on Force. Full rotation, no hesitation coming out here from Team Maikelele, though. Both B defenders rotating straight over onto that A site. This can make a big difference if you have all 4 players here ready.
Oh, Maikelele, really good adjustment, and Dr. Mr. Fish not quite ready for it. He goes down, but Moose and adreN trying to bring it back. Maikelele still in the corner by the forklift, and he's got back up in Foxy. That leaves Aesthetic 1 versus 2, and that's not even the real problem. It's the 17 seconds he has to pick up the bomb and try and see if he could fight this one. Maikelele is gone for the full wrap as well. So Aesthetic, he could get the bomb plant here. That should be possible at least. Oh, actually, Foxy almost moving up to the corner there, so he's going to get it with a couple of seconds left now. He's boxed in, and he has no idea where Maikelele is. Foxy, he hears him running, goes for the pre-fire, and takes him down without taking almost any damage. Maikelele around the corner, but he's going to win the fight. Quad kill. And again, Maikelele to try and save his team. Gets the 3, first of all, from the forklift, and then finishes the round.
Yeah. You will have that AWP as well. Ooh. This is a bit more of a one-sided affair, though. Look at the kills right now. 23 kills for Maikelele. He's certainly putting in work. They just need to. He needs to get the rest of his team fired up here. Needs to be a little bit more of a hype train going or something along those. I mean, you got to start shouting here.
Yeah, I mean, I still think they're playing a sort of a decent game. I think they're going to be fine if they could just pick up like even 1 more round here. If they make it 9-6, then I think that's fine, you know, getting 6 rounds on CT side. But you're right, it'd be nice to see them, even though they are Swedish, just a bit more animated, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, you know, but a little bit more animated. Channel the Viking.
Yeah, I wonder what Swedish Vikings were like, you know?
Apart from the whole, like, berserkers tripping on magic mushrooms.
Well, maybe that was, you know, maybe that's what chilled them out. Even now, like 1,000 years later, they're like, you know, let's keep it cool. We did go overboard back there.
Some good patience being demonstrated here by adreN. They're not pulling the trigger. He had the chance, but he doesn't take it. Jiggle peeks, and he's going to get baited, so there's a little bit of information gained. Playing with fire in mid, Maikelele, but in the end, he'll get out of it intact. And, well, it's Aesthetic who's taking quite a bit of damage here for Team adreN. He's down to half HP, so that's a little bit of a shame for him. Puts them behind. But Moose going to get the man Crasher. Maikelele returns, takes down Aesthetic, but the mid take is coming through here for Team adreN. That bomb, however, needs to make its way to Vents, and it will be able to cross over without getting picked off. And so now it's Foxy. He has to stand tall here on the B side. He has to do damage.
They don't have any grenades to force him out of this position, but he's going to walk right into adreN's shot there. Now Maikelele, can he catch them jumping up? They don't have any grenades to block him off. No smokes here that they can throw his way, so... Oh, he misses that one. I have no idea how. Grenade is going to land right at the feet of Dr. Mr. Fish, but he still survives. 4 versus 3 at the moment, and this retake, they're going to have to go for it. It is the 15th round. We'll see if they can be successful. Moose playing in actually an interesting position here. Going to be hard for them to realize that he's right there, and Lolsey has no idea, but Force to Live will take him down. Now it's all on Maikelele. He gets the 1 kill. Dave in a great position here. He's going to tap the bomb once. He gets the kill on CJ, and now it's Captain versus Captain. adreN versus Maikelele, and he's checking all over the place. Now he realizes this is not good. He's going to tap it one more time. adreN sneaking in from the other side out of this scope, and that's going to be it. adreN will win the fight 10-5 in favor of the American team.
I love it, man. This is parity. It's actually very even between both of these teams. Identical score lines, only it's adreN in the first half picking it up this time around. Starting T side seems to be very good. I mean, the team that starts T side, they seem to be doing more work, having better results so far in most of these best of threes that we've seen actually throughout this tournament. This is the second day now, our second set of quarterfinals, and it feels like once you get onto that T side and you're able to dictate how you want to approach the game, you're the one in control. You're the one doing the work.
I think that's actually to be expected. That's also why I don't understand why more people haven't prepared for more CT aggression, you know? Just almost pretend that you are playing the T side, even you're playing the CT side. You say, look, forget about bomb plants and don't bother so much defending the bomb sites. Just try and see, take 2 or 3 people and go and fight somewhere and see what happens. Because a lot of these rounds, as soon as you lose someone in middle or something, then it all kind of goes to hell. Like, most people who don't play at a professional level are very good at playing just 1 or 2 positions on every map, and that's it. They can't play the rest necessarily, and it gets a bit weird. Aesthetic in the back line here with the P2000. He takes 2 with him. That's so important. CJ trying to get it done, but he's going to get run over by Lolsey.
What excellent work from Aesthetic, though. Calm, cool, just taking his shots.
Aesthetic, you would say?
Yeah, aesthetically pleasing. Absolutely. That's the kind of CS you like to watch, because that takes some real poise. Mo's going to find the shot on Maikelele, who definitely got pissed off about that one. And well, now it's a man advantage here for Team adreN going into the retake. Kit has got to be somewhere on this side. Dr. Mr. Fish takes down Crasher, and it's going to be all on Lolsey, but not for long. Mos is going to stomp him to death. And who needs a Kit when you get in there, that fist? Oh, there's Dr. Fish. Right,
What are you doing?
It's the hot meat injection.
That's just wrong on so many levels.
There you go.
Think about the pressure already of defusing a bomb, and then you've got your fellow policeman doing that.
What a doctor, though. He's looking out for the health of his team. Spiritually, mentally, physically. It's a great stress relief, Anders. I mean, that's the thing. You just came through a pistol round. There's a lot riding on it.
That's rough. That's really rough. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what you have to do sometimes. A real team player.
That's 11-5 as a scoreline here, with Team adreN picking up, I think, a very important CT pistol there. As soon as that happens, Maikelele's team is going to be really far behind.
Yeah. No, now it's yeah, there's a little bit of a shake of the head, really, coming out from the Swedes at this point. Because they know now life just got so much more difficult. Yes, you got the bomb plant. No, you didn't get the round. And so it's 11 rounds on the board now for adreN. They continue to extend their lead. They have the rifles as well. They don't really fully subscribe to the whole SMG strategy, it seems, on the NA side. There's a bit of a balance coming through here with 3 rifles, 2 SMGs.
Oh, adreN putting that FAMAS good use, and Aesthetic on the other side helping out with a grenade. Going to take down Foxy. Leaves Maikelele, who sent his whole team in first, Yeah. I'm watching you, Maikelele. I know what's happening here.
I'm not
So
surprised.
you guys go first, soften them up, and then I'll look like the hero when I come in and kill them.
That is true. That is something that you can do. It's a viable strategy for the in-game leader.
I think it's very smart. I would do the same. I think that's an admirable tactic.
How many people are actually going to know if, who are going to have the knowledge to know if you want it or not? I mean, if it's a good play or not, right? The pros are going to watch and be like, what is he doing? But the average viewer, there's going to be like, hey, Maikelele, super sick.
Yeah, that's the good. I mean, honor is way overrated in this context. What I am loving is Team adreN going really aggressive outside of B, but they might be a second too late. Very fast A push coming out here. adreN in a lot of trouble. He goes for the fight. He has to win this one because that's going to buy time. Maikelele goes down, and now the rest of his team are coming in. Two of them on the highway, but also a big flank coming through from none other than Dr. Mr. Fish, and he's walking right into Foxy on the other side as well. He's going to be able to take him down. That's a really important kill, but they're still playing in a 2-on-3. Going to swap up for the AK-47. Can they make this work? Flashbang in. Dr. Mr. Fish taking out Forced to Live, and now it's a 2-on-3, 2-on-2. adreN gets the kill on Crasher, and now Lolsey alone in main. He's going to take down Dr. Mr. Fish, finally putting it into his rain. And now adreN, can he get the defuse in? Lolsey to spray the headshot. It might have been the last bullet there. Oh no! What an incredible way to save the round.
Cutting it a bit close, are we?
Just a bit.
For me, the key there was going to be dropping the doctor, because he had the kit. That bomb was so far ticked, he had to live. Otherwise, there just wasn't going to be enough time to get that defuse off. So this kill, boom, Lolsey does the trick, saves his team, because that kit is out in the middle of nowhere, and adreN, he found one on the site.
He picked one up in transit.
But still.
12-6 is going to be the scoreline here, and that's a really big round for Maikelele's team to win. Finally buy the rifles, and again, I mean, if they had waited with that A execute for 5 more seconds, then the B push that they had going on would have caught them anyway. adreN going to pick up Maikelele. He seems to be coming out ahead in the captain's battle right now. He's getting a lot of kills on Maikelele right now.
Just very clever stuff from CJ there. Not peeking again, not giving a free kill away to Maikelele. Instead, letting adreN, pick him up. Moose gonna get wrecked by Foxy in mid. So Maikelele now with the man advantage. But adreN's got that AWP, CJ's got that M4, and they're wrapping back to B site, and this is tough. We saw the Frenchmen do this yesterday, where they managed to get that man advantage, and they still go to the site with the best defense. Both rifles alive here for Team adreN.
We'll see how this is going to work out. CJ goes down, and so does adreN. Forced to Live takes both, running through that smoke with the AK. That leaves Dr. Mr. Fish. He salvaged an M4, but is he going to try and go for the 1v3 clutch? I mean, all eyes are on him right now. He's got the health for it. Forced to Live already taking up a really great position. This is good because either you get advanced warning that he's coming from that angle, or if he goes upstairs like this, you're going to be able to flank him in the middle of that retake. So in every way, it kind of works out. And Dr. Mr. Fish maybe a bit careless right now. Forced to Live. He can certainly hear him running away. Doesn't jump the gun. He's just going to wait until he's sure that there's no attempt at a retake. And now he's out for the hunt. Oh, wow. Forced to Live actually wins that fight. That's kind of unlikely, but he gets a triple. There'll be another round here for Maikelele's team.
Look at this guy showboating. All right. Let your hair do the talking, man. Your hair in the game. All right. Well, are we getting ahead of ourselves here, Anders? Is there still a chance for Maikelele to get back into this? I mean, yeah, 5 rounds, and Nico here.
There definitely is. I mean, it comes back to that same basic thing. It's just so much more difficult to play CT side with a mixed team than it is to play the T side, and that's what they're experiencing right now. That's actually why I was a big fan of them pushing B. I hope they keep doing it. They got to do it in middle, they got to do it in B, and everywhere else that they can think of, because if they just wait and defend, there's a good chance that will not end well for them, I think.
Whoa. There we go. That's what I was wondering. Nice shot. Forced to Live. Maikelele just going ham right now, but Forced to Live, that was a clean shot towards short. And adreN and Aesthetic kind of left knocking on the outside in the cold. It's very cold here in Stockholm. It's not a pleasant place to be.
What is it, like -10 at this point, I think?
Yeah, it kind of warmed up a little bit today, but yesterday it was like -11, -12.
It's too much, really.
Let me see. I can tell you in just a mo.
I do wonder about that, though. You know, the people who were sort of traveling out of Africa way back at the dawn of time. Why did they keep going when they hit like around like Germany or something? Like when you get higher than that, it gets. Why did they keep going? Why not just say, look, this is fine?
Because it was basically all the introverts. The guys who just don't like being social at all.
They ended up living up here.
They ended up living up here in Sweden. It explains everything. I figured it all out, Anders.
All right.
They're just like, you know what? Screw all these loud Italians, the Spaniards, you know, these French guys. Jesus, who can hang with the French? No. We're going up where it's nice and quiet in the fjords, in the nice Balkans, in the nice sea, you know.
It's too much, man.
It's quiet up here.
I can't wait for global warming. Just to try and take care of some of all of this minus 10
Heat it all up.
Yeah. Maybe like local warming, like regional Swedish warming.
Are you gonna put like a giant mirror in the sky?
Yeah, that's got to be a plan. It's got to be a James Bond movie where someone did it. Forced to live in the bomb side, but it's Dr. Mr. Fish taking down the captain. A great shot on Maikelele there from on top of the box, and he's getting some help from CJ. He's thinking about going for another kill here, playing right at the edge, but Lolzy there to close him out. That's a very good kill for Lolzy, saving his teammate.
Wow, and a second one. Takes down adreN. Now there's the man advantage. Maikelele, they actually have this in the bag. If they can just hang in there. Not able to find the kill here. CJ playing from short. Goes for the reload. He's already got 2 kills this round. So the man, he's doing work, but needs more than that, and he will find it. Lolzy down. And so we go down to Foxy and Crasher, both alive, and that Incendiary completely missing the mark, but it doesn't matter. Aesthetic is going to win the duel versus Crasher, and it's all on Foxy now. And Foxy not giving it away. They lined up for a moment, but that's going to be fine. Decides to deny it, playing the long con. And he wins the duel anyways. What a round. There you go. That's right. Jävla bra.
Very well done. I mean, so I guess you can tell that they didn't realize there were 2 playing behind the bomb site there because they put up that smoke in main, right? They're sure he's playing main. So they get the kill on the one guy playing in the back, and then they put up the smoke in main thinking, that's it, we've got him locked out. That's just, yeah, lack of information there for adreN's team. It's going to give the round to Team Maikelele, and now, again, they're out of money. That's why I thought when it was like, you know, 12-8, 12-7 or something, you think, well, it's not that bad because every other round, more or less, is going to be Nico round out of the American team. They just won't have the money to buy more or less every other time. And that's a problem.
Yeah, that's the thing, and especially nades. Limiting nades, I think, is a big factor here as well. If you can keep them from getting incendiaries, keep them from getting the expensive grenades, then it's going to be much more difficult for Team adreN to hold you off that site. And so Maikelele right now, they have a big advantage. I like that Maikelele is going for the rifle as well, not going for the op, not going for slow play here. They want to be able to explosive. They want to be able to charge out there with the rifles. And we'll find out if they will be forced to live this round or if they will all meet a horrible death. I feel like Forced to Live is also like a great James Bond name for a movie, right? It's like a title.
Yeah, they always come up with like nonsensical titles anyway, so why not just try and go for it?
That's what I'm saying.
Quantum of Solace, like, it doesn't even make any sense, does it? It just sounds fancy, like someone looked up words in a dictionary and put them together to make a cool movie title. It's stupid.
Sometimes it works though, man.
Like this round it does for Team Maikelele. Moose, oh,
What?
get a great shot in on Crasher, and now it's the legendary Dr. Mr. Fish sneaking in, but is he going to check the corner? That's the big problem right now. Some sprays going through. They don't have a defuse kit, so it's going to be soon. Lolzy is in a great position to close out this round. Time is simply running out here. They're going to get a grenade and toss it in. Is that going to land on his teammate? It almost did, and that's going to be the end of it. Forced to live with a triple kill.
Well, that's unfortunate. Did we have a timeout?
It sounded like it.
It sounded like I heard the ticks there. I heard the
tick
ticks.
of, yeah, you're right.
The tick of doom.
And we get the music as well.
And we get the music as well, yeah. But then that's interesting because I think as far as the rules are concerned, they get a 2-minute timeout. But is it per map or per half?
Oh, I think it's a technical one. So
technical timeout.
might be just a.
We're going old school here.
All
so
right
what,
then.
Did they? Can they not hear each other on TeamSpeak? What's the reason?
Yeah, who knows, right? There's always something. I mean, if you do think about it, I always wondered about this. You think, oh, come on, how difficult can it be? But when you think about it, you've got 10 keyboards, 10 mice, 10 headsets, 10 computers. Like, there's so many components when even though you just have 10 people that can mess up, right? It just takes one.
And then you got
you
10 people who know how to play a game.
Yeah.
But when it comes to computers and how they work,
maybe not so much.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this.
Who does anymore, right? Now you just restart them and...
No, what I love is just Windows 10, right? Where every single time I go to a Windows 10 option, It's just like, look at advanced options. And it's just like, it goes back to like the Windows 7 option. I was like, thank you. Can you just give me that like right off the bat, please? You know, I'm changing the mouse pointer speed on this. And it's like, I just see this whole page of garbage. Oh, the touchpad and everything. I'm like, I don't care about the touchpad. Give me the mouse options, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna be that guy, then why not? You might as well just be like the ultimate guy and just be like, no, it's like Windows XP, SE2, like.
No. You gotta draw a line somewhere, man. Windows 7, perfectly fine. I'll stay on that.
I remember when XP came out and everyone was like, no, it's Windows 98 second edition is the one that we're all on. Like, no one wants to swap out. It's too good. Like, you know, this XP stuff's not gonna work. Here's the thing. Do you remember that there was a Windows version that was called Windows Vista at one point?
Yeah,
that came
dude,
out,
my brother had it.
Like. That they pulled out and then they were just like, nah, this is like, we can't even pretend that this is worth it, and then they just cancelled it after like 3 months or something. Like, that's it.
My brother had it on his PC. I remember.
Yeah, I had a computer with it. It was like hit and miss. Like half the PCs kind of worked and half of them didn't. So
he never had a problem with it, funnily enough.
Yeah, so he was in the 50% where it sort of kind of worked.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. So what's the? I mean, I still think the way back for Team adreN here is. It's just aggression. Like, stop playing so carefully. Just go and fight them.
You're calling for a chaos round, basically.
Yeah, just, I mean, they did the boost, sort of the push outside B, and it was great. Like, that's what they need more of. Just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Stop defending so many positions because, yeah, if you're not a professional player, it's so hard to be defending around the corner. You know, smokes are landing behind you. Your teammates can't get there in time. You're trying to take down, 3 people at a time. It's just, it's easy enough for Maikelele to set up that kind of position as a captain in this scenario, you know. He just has to land 1 or 2 smokes. So if they just practice those on cash, then that's it. Every fight will be like a 5 versus 2 in a bomb site, you know.
Can we get a shot of adreN as well? Like, I want a shot of adreN after a CJ, just because. I want to see his eyes.
This guy rock climbs. That's incredibly hardcore.
What is his time left in the day? Like, how much time does he have left in the day? I mean, you're playing CS religiously, and then you're rock climbing religiously. How does that work?
Maybe he combines the two. You know, he climbs to the top of the mountain, and then up there's like an ROG computer, and he's just he can play once he gets up there. That's a commercial right there.
That's you know what? There you go.
Pay this guy 100,000 and then make him do it.
Pay you, Anders. You just like pay me.
Oh yeah, well that goes without saying.
There's the idea.
Right?
There's the idea.
I get royalties from every time a commercial.
How concerned is he?
Saying
he's
please.
So unconcerned about the situation. He's about tournament life being on the line.
Reaching levels of unpreparedness almost at sponge level. Almost.
I was gonna say he doesn't care about manners, right? You know, covering your mouth. Psh, I'm way past that. When you're yawning, right?
You know, I don't know.
Wait, you don't cover your mouth when you yawn?
No, I cover my eyes for some reason, and it's like
what?
Yeah, it's actually a discussion that my wife and I have a lot. She says, "Please, why don't you just cover your mouth?" And it's like an instinctual. I can't like help it. It's like a tick. So she says, "Doesn't make any sense. Like, why you already got your eyes closed when you're yawning? So why are you doing it?" And I can't.
But you cover your eyes.
Yeah, try not to think about it because it doesn't really make any sense. It's something's already gone wrong in the wiring in my brain has like gone wrong somehow. So it's a little thing, you know.
Dude, this guy right here.
He used to break dance as well. That's incredible.
So far, I mean, Dr. Mr. Fish, he wins with his name. But
yes.
Aesthetic wins with his play as far as the North American team is concerned.
I think you might be right. He's never sent nudes. What a greedy person. What is that?
Oh, he's 15.
He's also 15.
Let's take a step back.
Take a step back. He's waiting. Well, we're in Sweden, aren't we? So
it's true, actually. Sweden. What is it? Age of consent.
The laws are weird here. I'm not 100% sure, but they are strange.
They are actually kind of strange. There you go, Dr. Mr. Fish. AK-47. We actually know what his preferred gun is. And he had a melon named Helen. That's right.
Yeah, we need some explanation about that. I've got to say. But I think you are right though. Aesthetic's been playing really well. I wonder what is the crossover? What are the transferable skills that you can get from breakdancing into playing Counter-Strike? There must be something.
It's all about feeling the rhythm, right? You know, the beat gets in your blood.
He listens to like music.
He's one-tapping, right? Getting that burst, that spray down. This guy, unparalleled. Scream, eat your heart out.
I can imagine there could be some bad consequences. Like, say he goes pro in Counter-Strike, but he still sort of breakdances on the side a bit, you know, just some gigs every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, imagine the damages you could do. Like, you break your wrist and then you damage your breakdancing career and your Counter-Strike career.
Well, at the same time, I was thinking about, like, CJ, the same reason why Device is like, I'm never going to have RSI or any problems with my wrists is because he played badminton at a near pro level or whatever, national level. Like, guy who's rock climbing every day, he never has to worry about his hands again. Like, he's going to have, like, iron hands that he doesn't ever have to worry about.
Doesn't have to worry about his hands, just his whole body. Just
get out. Rock climbing is sick.
Just the whole of him dying.
It's like the most fit you can ever get.
It is true. It is very impressive. CJ playing in that position that I still hate so incredibly much, but he's got some backup with Aesthetic there, covering him, making the whole defense just a lot better than it is. 5 versus 3, and Aesthetic continuing. Triple kill for him. Styling on them right now. Lolsey and Foxy left. They don't realize that Lolsey is in here, so he's sort of... Maybe he could stay the whole round, Summer. What do you say?
I say that this has been a lucky turn of events for adreN. Seems like Maikelele, this has given them time to cool off.
Here's the play.
What's the play?
Foxy has to go to A and die, and then they wait until there's like 15 seconds. The whole team adreN will go look for Lolsey, and then he'll just walk in and put the bomb down. That would have been great.
Oh, this
no.
is unfortunate.
CJ right there, run and gun, and he's going to be able to get it. It lives at the end. Aesthetic, though, went down. That's a bit sad because he did everything to win that round, pretty much. So this is the guy.
The monster.
Breakdance Counter-Strike player.
I mean, he could have a bunch of cool memes, though, like CT guy, like a shirt, right, where it's like a CT guy breakdancing, right? And it's like Aesthetic under it.
Yeah,
or a T guy. Or a chicken. What would a chicken breakdancing look like, you know? You could do something crazy with it.
I don't know, they've got like that whole like gyroscope head, don't they? So maybe they wouldn't be able to because they would always like try and...
keep their head straight?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would work. I'm up for it if anyone wants to test it, though. That could be an interesting test. adreN hiding in main, missing just a lot of shots. 5 so far with the AWP. Looking for more. Maikelele being very aggressive with the deagle. Running and gunning all over the place. And it's Dr. Mr. Fish to take down. Forced to live. adreN's team, they're getting close to the third map right now. It's looking good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is looking like we're going to be going to Dust 2, which is the third map in this series. So if necessary, we will go to the desert. Much like Fraud.
Flom, you're right.
Flom, right, sorry. Why did I call him Fraud? Oh, yeah, Fraud. Okay, never mind. It's like
yeah, he could have been one of those guys that could have been here too, maybe.
The catalog of names. NA.
Oh, Moose boosted up, and they're not checking him. Finally, they get the kill on him, and it is a 2-on-2. So actually, this round suddenly a bit interesting, even if they are lacking the armor. 2 Molotovs, though, is going to make Foxy's life hell in a couple of seconds, unless Lolsey can save him with this deagle shot. But otherwise, he's going to get firebombed out of this back corner. There's one of them going down, a grenade as well. Oh, but CJ gets dropped as Lolsey coming up with a big kill, a double for him, and Aesthetic goes down as well. Maikelele's team bringing it back right at the edge.
And do we have another timeout? Because I just heard the ticks again.
What ticks?
What's going on now?
This time it is a tactical one for Maikelele, so...
It looks like Lolsey's having an audio issue, so we might have to get that sorted out ASAP here. Mod. Calling mod. We need, like, the mod signal. It's like a giant M. I mean, there certainly is enough, like, what is it, like haze in the air here where we can project an M onto the wall.
You're right. That could happen. The head admin for so many tournaments, it seems now, doing always a very good job, I think. It
should shine over the player in question as well, right? You know, like really for quick reactions from mod, he knows exactly where he needs to be, where to go.
It's getting tense here between these two teams. Like, I think that round is the round that should have catapulted them into a win. Now they could end up losing this. Like, they could end up in a situation here, Team adreN, where Maikelele's team just comes back and win this. And that would be horrific.
That would be very interesting because adreN, it looks like they benefited a little bit from having a technical timeout, right? Where it allowed them to cool off. It allowed for Maikelele's team to cool off in their comeback. Now maybe Maikelele, they get the flip side on that coin. They get the other side of it. Nothing wrong with that.
Can't rule anything out at this point here. Yeah, but yeah, you see that position that I was talking about in the B-bomb side, the one that CJ was in. It has become a pet hate of mine, and there are a lot of pro players that will do it too. And I just feels like one of those positions that has like no plan B. The only chance you have is to get like a double spray down. Because if you just kill one person, the next guy coming around the corner will kill you almost 100% of the time. Like, and it's just such a bad spot to be in.
Yeah.
You can't back up anywhere. It's even nearly impossible to set up any cool pop flashes or anything because that box is only so wide, so people will see it and they will hear it, and it's just like you can't even get like great coverage from the high ground. Like even if you have a friend up there, chances are he has to expose himself a lot to try and help you from dying. Everything is just wrong with it. Just don't like it. He's a rock climber. Just climb up out of there, you know.
Natural skills, right? Translated. Actually, it would be really bad. Never mind. Never let that idea come to pass.
A lot of communication is going on right now. You can tell. They are. adreN looks like someone who's sort of doing some internal searching here.
He has to soul search a little bit.
How do I get out of this?
He's been in this position before, right? Team, we're so close to winning this game. Let's not throw it again, right? Because let's not forget, at the majors, that is what happened. 14 rounds. 14 rounds,
yeah.
Anders.
Never to be forgotten, right? That was a hard time for sure.
I love that video that was put out by that one guy, right? Where it's like the Hiko sweating, pouring sweat and everything.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how Liquid will fare at the major this time around.
This whole major is going to be wild, isn't it?
It's going to be a bloodbath.
They obviously just put out the whole thing. I mean...
the first round matchups?
Yeah, the first round matchups. Obviously, eventually, Astralis will end up winning it, but... but outside of that, it's going to be exciting. I can't believe that you
actually got Thorin. You corrupted Thorin's mind as well, allowing getting him to follow you on this insanity.
He's seen the light, man. And again, you know, I have a pie bet with Moses.
You do.
Someone, and it's very favorable for him. I said, if Astralis win the major, then it's more creamy Moses. If they don't, then it's on me. So he has to get just, you know, one team that like knocks out Astralis, and that's it. I have to get them all the way. So it's very fair. And you know, we did this bet like what in November or something.
I just can't believe that Moses would put himself in a position to get creamed again.
It's because he thought it was such a good bet. Obviously, he was like, "This is rock solid. There's no way Anders can get the prediction right like 6 months in advance."
But what happens to you? If
it's pie in my face.
It's pie in your face.
That's
okay,
how it
so
works.
it's pie. It's a pie bet.
It's a pie bet.
Okay.
It's an official term that has become a real thing.
Well, it's like Thorin. Thorin kind of went away from it, but for a while there, he had his Lord bets. You had to call him Lord Thorin if he lost a bet or if he won the bet, right?
That's true. I'm sure that contributed positive to his
dementia.
To his slowly growing ego, which is keeps him the fuel, the currency in which Duncan trades.
That's fantastic, though. Because you remember at Malmo this year, we had a bow bet. He had to bow to me. So
yeah.
I got him back. He never forgave me for that.
And I think Duncan got one from Yanko as well. Like, there was a lot of bowing going on at that event.
Actually,
yeah, I think I've got a picture on my phone somewhere of that. It's interesting. We are just sorting out the last issues here, obviously, so we are ready to get on the way back into the game. So don't panic. It's not done yet. In fact, it might be even more to come just because there could be a third map if things keep going the way that they are. If not, then because Maikelele's team already took the first map, they will be going out 2-0, continuing 2-0, which is interesting. I think adreN even said like he was hoping to meet the Swedes in the final, you know, not here in the quarterfinals.
Not get 2-0'd by them in the quarter. I mean, you could say that mentally it is their final in that case, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
same result. Doesn't matter if you got in the quarters or the finals. At least
he got to play that one team.
You got to play him, and you lost against him. So
I feel it'd be very sad news, but also in some ways par for the course if both the American teams go out in the early.
Oh man, no, please. 2-0. 2-0. It just can't happen. If that were to happen, man, that would be a disaster.
Flom's gonna have some explaining to do. That's for sure.
Well, adreN as well. You just said it. You said it yourself, Anders. Yeah. So what? Out of 300 million people, they can't find 6, 7, 8. What? 8 that can go toe to toe with some of Europe.
It is kind of alarming, isn't it? Just how, you know, there's got to be like more of a grassroots organization going on in in America to try and get more Counter-Strike talent.
Something has to give.
The like American boot camp, you know. Maybe one day it'll become like an American Army type project. Like the military will pick it up and they will start training people in Counter-Strike, and that's how it works. Draft people. You don't even have a choice. You just get a letter, you get drafted. That's it. You are playing Counter-Strike now. We need to beat these European scum. That would be good. I'm trying to think of what is the score. I've forgotten him. Oh, we're back in the game. That's perfect. So 11-13. Yeah, this is totally winnable for Maikelele's team. I hate to say it because you know, I was on the side of adreN winning this whole best of 3, but right now it's perfectly possible for them to bring it back here. The money, and the grenade right at their feet. Dr. Mr. Fish, he's out of it.
Can we just get like a follow-up grenade right here?
That'd be beautiful, would not?
Oh, there it is. There it is. What?
Oh, no.
How does it not do any damage?
It bounced to the side somehow. That's upsetting, but Maikelele here with the Tech 9, and actually it's Crasher instead with the AK, picking up a shot on Dr. Mr. Fish. And they're doing just fine. Aesthetic, the last one left. Is he gonna try and knife them? I was hoping. Oh!
Great use of grenades this round.
There's the grenade, yeah.
Great use of grenades. That's how you do it. You get the info, and you're like, oh, wait. If we use 3 grenades, we collect all the kills. Okay, then.
Well, that's going to make it 13-12. Again, this grenade, just brutal.
80 damage.
I don't know what happened to the second one. Can we see that? I think it actually may have hit the corner of the wall and bounced to the side instead. Unfortunate.
Yeah, incredibly unfortunate, because that would have been monster. That would have been super sick, but not meant to be. Not meant to be. And so Maikelele, they're 1 round closer to tying this up. Force buy coming out here from adreN. Very light on the nades. A little bit of a skimp. CJ had to go for a UMP just so they could afford some grenades.
A good retake coming, or good mid-take coming in here from Team Maikelele. They got the smoke, they got the Molotov for the sandboxes. They've got everything planned here. Now they've got the mid-control. Are they going to try and go for the A-bomb side? They've taken the kill already on Dr. Mr. Fish, and now the smokes are going down, the wall of them there. Only one so far, but there should be a second one coming in at some point. Aesthetic in the middle, waiting. Is he going to try and challenge it? Moose will be dropped. A refrag by Maikelele. Now they're in a 3-on-3, and Aesthetic going to get that kill. The timing is perfect against Crasher, and the bomb is not planted yet.
That timing, the smoke not blooming. And so Crasher caught, basically transitioning back to his rifle, not able to find that kill. Man advantage going into the retake now for adreN. And they have 2 flash grenades. That's all the utility they have to work with here to get this retake. But 2 players at car, they will be able to make the jump on. Wallsy's going to stick the plant, and it's on Force to Live. Time for him to live up to his name. Time for him to get some work done. An impeccable flash, but Force to Live not really able to get anything out of it. And now, well, this is all playing on exactly Aesthetic with the long lurk. Are they watching A main? Of course not. This is going to be brutal, Anders. Your dreams, you had some. Not anymore. They're gone.
And that leaves Lolzy in an unwinnable position. He's just trapped in this corner, and he goes down. It doesn't matter which way he's looking at that point. He's out of it. CJ with the kill, and Team adreN picking up 14 rounds here. Just when you thought it was the way back in for Maikelele there. They had the great mid-take in this round, but it wasn't enough for the win at the end. And a lot of it thanks to Aesthetic again.
Yeah, no, that was... Look at this. He catches Crasher just as he tries to put the nade down. And then, yeah, it was Aesthetic again. The 2 big kills. And some good trust from his teammates, basically allowing that to happen. But Maikelele taking down Moose before the smoke can bloom. What a sick shot from him. He's not done yet.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot you can't do anything at that point. You know, you should have been safe, but catches you anyway. So they've also lost, well, CJ, so that makes it even worse here. 3 versus 5 at the moment. adreN hoping for an easy kill on someone just to try and keep his team alive. Again, if they lose this round, then economically they're going to be in a strange position. Dr. Mr. Fish. Gonna go for a bit of a fight there, but he gets shot in the back by Lolzy. adreN and Aesthetic, I think it's time to save these orbs.
Back off. Hold on to your guns. Do not challenge Maikelele and his crew. Let them have the sights. It is their due. 50 seconds left, and just now the bomb getting planted, we got a long time to wait here, Anders, because there's no way that adreN and Aesthetic are actually going to go for this retake. They're going to sit nice and calmly and quietly over on the B site, not making noise, quiet as a mouse. As mice?
What?
as mices?
As mice? What? I'm so confused. So incredibly confused. Oh, missed shot there. Again, these AWPs are really valuable right now to Team adreN. I don't know what they're going to do if they lose them. And Maikelele, they're not really doing much to try and hunt them down. Just hoping maybe to find somebody, but ultimately not going to happen. lolZ goes down. And that means both the AWPs are alive, and we'll see if that's going to be enough to propel them into a victory here. Team Maikelele, they're not going to give up, it seems.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Michael calling a lot here as well. A lot of communication, but it's 13-14. 1 round closer to tying this up. And, well, this should be, yeah, they just had enough. They had actually a surprising amount. I didn't expect them to have this many nades to back up the rifles here. 2 saved off, so 2 dropped M4s makes all the difference. And in the end, Team adreN, they're keeping it close. It's the battle, all out. Similar to what we saw yesterday with the Zaku's team, where it was just tooth and nail, refusing to give up.
Bit of a flashbang going in, but he's not going to do anything behind it. Setting it up again. He's hoping that someone's going to come and peek him. Aesthetic, though, will take down Forced to Live. If they lose this round, Team adreN, then things will be very bad. They could end up losing the map, but Maikelele is going to be dropped as well by adreN. This is looking much better at the moment. 5 and now 1 versus 5 here. Foxy, and no chance at all trying to stay alive in the bomb site, but he goes down. CJ and Aesthetic picking up a double kill each. And now we're at map point.
Okay, then. Map point. But just to remind you all, best of 3 series that we have here. So this can get hairy. We can still have quite a bit going on. Dust 2, the 3rd map. Mirage was the 1st map in this best of 3. And now adreN, can they do it? Can they keep their cool? They broke the streak. They broke the curse. They're on map point. 15. It's more rounds than 14, Anders. Now they just need to go one more round.
You've got it figured out. adreN in the middle. Not going to try and take any fights right now. Instead, just giving it up. And Maikelele was ready for him anyway. I love this position from Moose. I've actually complained a fair bit that people don't use this position. He's standing on top of the little light that's right underneath him there, and yeah, I've tried to outline why I think there are many advantages, but one of them is that people generally don't expect it. Another interesting thing is if you put down the right smoke in main, you can look right over it, and people just can't see you on the other side. So, yeah, definitely an underused position, in my opinion.
Coordination, though, Anders, stop.
Can happen. Oh, look at that. He's been spotted. He looked away the wrong time, and lolZ will take him out, bringing it back into a 4-on-4. They've lost their fearless leader, though. Maikelele is no longer in the round, and we're down to 35 seconds here. And it's going to be a quick trade. adreN also drops, so both the captains out. Dr. Mr. Fish goes down after just getting the 1 kill, and that leaves us in a 2 versus 2. With the bomb down in that corner, they need to pick that up and put it down in the next 20-some seconds, because otherwise this is not going to work out well for them. They're right at the edge. They're fighting to get into overtime here on Team Maikelele. 16 seconds and still not going for the bomb plant here. lolZ, the one who's going to have to do it. Now they've left it very, very late. Can he get grenaded, actually? Aesthetic has one, but it only does a little bit of damage, so thought maybe it could have been more now. Molotov in the corner. That's still pretty good. That means they don't have to worry about that for a while. Foxy up on the container looking over. There's the 1 kill and a follow-up as well. Great stuff from Foxy. Picking up a double. That's going to put it at the 30th round that's coming up.
Well played. Keeping their cool, keeping it together. That's right, Crasher. And I think we have another technical pause. So a little bit more time to ponder things and see how things are going to go.
The meaning of life.
The meaning of life. Excellent movie.
It is. I went back not that long ago and watched like a bunch of the Monty Python stuff just for like old time's sake. And you know how sometimes you do that and you go back and you watch and you think, yeah, I was much younger when I watched it the first time and it's just not as funny anymore. That's not like that. Like you watch it now, it's still hilarious. I don't know how could that like actually. I think comedy is one of the things that decays the fastest. Because a lot of the time you go back and you think that, you know, yeah, we were laughing at that 10 years ago, but it's no longer topical, it's no longer interesting, it just doesn't matter. But somehow they've kept it alive.
I feel like they had that talent for, well, being way ahead of the curve as well with some of their jokes. Like they just saw things coming from miles away. They're still relevant today. Like the pregnant scene in The Meaning of Life, right? Where the wife, you know, is just like, what? Is it a boy or a girl? What's a bit early to be assigning a gender, isn't it? Like, I don't know what was it.
It's just so ridiculous. If anyone hasn't watched it, then I don't know what you've been doing. But
the machine that goes bing.
I mean, Life of Brian as well is amazing, and obviously the quest for the Holy Grail and all that.
The Holy Grail was apparently, fun fact. Well, actually, no, I might spoil it, so I'm not gonna say. But
yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun parts in that movie that are great.
Well, we're waiting for the game to get back on the way again. We're at 14-15. Could go into overtime. I mean, at this point, if you do, what happens to the confidence on adreN's team?
Shattered.
Yeah, it's got to be, right. They had such a big lead.
They had this game in the bag. What is this? Yeah, no, that's what I was saying, right? You know, Paula's over here like liquid, and it's true though. It's true though. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, was adreN the problem, right? Kiyoshima's gonna come out of nowhere, give him a hug. Feel like, oh my.
But this is what I'm talking about. Though this is what I'm talking about. Maybe, you know, we talked about yesterday whether or not, you know, people would be hiring like, you know, sports psychologists and stuff. Well, I mean, maybe someone just needs to hire an exorcist and, you know, try and save them from that curse. You know, just do some sort of satanic ritual and see if they can't, you know.
You need to figure out what it is, though, right? You know, is it black juju, right? You know,
just anything.
Voodoo.
Try all of it. Why not?
Exorcism, you're right. Could be a demon.
Hire like 4 or 5 different alternative healer type people, and then, you know, just see if you can't save adreN from the Counter-Strike
demons
curse.
within.
There's got to be something. Maybe he committed some sin in a previous life, or maybe in this one. Do we know any stories?
Are we going Buddhist now as well? You know? Was he like a higher being?
I'm gonna hire a Buddhist too and bring them out.
Yeah, why not?
Whatever it takes at this point, just whatever it takes. There's a lot of talking going on, but we can't really hear what they're saying, sadly. So it's not entirely clear. It looks like from this angle, both CJ and Dr. Mr. Fish are talking. Like they're sort of helping out.
I think they've literally had like 4 out of 5 players for Team Maikelele that have to like replace headsets at this point, or not even replace headsets. It just looks like something's going on. Audio issue that's definitely hurting things here.
Is it real, or are they just buying time?
Right.
Has Michael already corrupted them with like the shady professional plays? You know,
the pro play. Yeah, maybe.
That would be interesting.
You know, hey guys, if you want to make it, pro. This is how you have to do it. Oh man, sorry, I can't hear my teammate on TeamSpeak.
Yeah, why not? You need those tricks at some point, right?
Just ask Navi.
Yeah, you can't kick anyone's PCs here though. They're all in their own little booths.
Their own little bunkers.
If you put like a back wall against those, that almost could be like a bathtub. You know, like that locked in.
I wish. Like the bathtub at my place is like tiny. If I had a bathtub that size, definitely, man. We could do that.
You know, the Airbnb that I'm in has a spa in it.
Get out.
And a sauna in the basement.
Get out, Anders.
Yeah.
Stop.
I picked for that reason. That was the thing that made me think. That's it.
It's easy. You know what I'm doing tomorrow then.
Yeah, just
show up, knock on the... What's up, bro?
Party at like at early in the morning. I'm sleeping.
Perfect. I'll be quiet.
Right. 14-15 is what we're looking at here. Is the 30th round, second map here, the ROG Community Challenge. Moose already starting off great, trying to bring Team adreN to the third map, but Foxy coming out with 2 big kills, taking down Dr. Mr. Fish as well. adreN is going to be falling Foxy. 3rd kill for him. He's bringing it back in style and bringing them into overtime right now. Aesthetic going to be taking out Forced to Live. The bomb is planted, and it is a 2-on-3. Let's see if they can bring this one all the way home, and they will. Foxy with a quad kill, and it's overtime. Very, very intense round for Foxy there.
Let's go. Excuse me. Right.
It's like, you know, we asked about this. What happens to the confidence of adreN's team? What can they do at this point in time? They've got to feel like they had the chance, they had the shot to do it, they had a great first half, they had the pistol in the second half, and then if that isn't enough to get you the win, then what is?
Well, I mean, the thing is, Anders, that, you know, they come from a culture now where, you know, everybody's a winner. Doesn't matter. It's all good. They can still feel good about this.
Participation awards.
They'll still get a little trophy. You know, they take it home, put it on the shelf. You know, it's like they'll be able to explain in the years to come. That's why I actually hate all those trophies. I have a few of those, right, from the hockey. And now it's just like they're up on the shelf, but you never want to look at them. It's just like, what are no? Did you win those? No, I didn't. They were just given to me.
What, the participation trophies?
Yeah.
You have some of those.
I actually have some, yeah, from the hockey leagues I used to play in.
I don't know if it's a thing now in Denmark, but it was never a thing when I was growing up.
It's silly though. It's actually silly because you're never like they just don't. They're meaningless. They don't matter.
It's like just trying to teach kids that like they don't have to put any effort at all. What is the point? I'm not sure I understand.
But you're special. That's the thing.
I don't know if there will be any participation trophies here. I mean,
is this for real? Oh, what's going on? Listen, considering how many technical timeouts they've had for tactical, like or whatever, it should just be like instantly launched into overtime. We shouldn't have any more time to talk about anything.
But you know
here.
what Counter-Strike players are like. They're gonna want all the time that that's allocated to them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, Dr. Mr. Fish bringing in the P90 play. It's almost like we are soulmates at this point. He's making
the Messiah.
it work. He's definitely making it work. This is gonna be brutal. Just wait. They're not gonna see this coming.
He is the Messiah. He's the
Set
man.
up with a flashbang, runs and guns, just like you're supposed to. And he gets the kill, but let down by Moose on the other side. He just couldn't pick up that one. Sadly, adreN will be there with the AWP. Takes one and then takes down Foxy as well. Good news here for Team adreN.
Let's get him fired up because he nearly got that third shot as well. It was the right idea. Just a little bit late. Maikelele and Lalzi still working their way out onto the site. And Maikelele gonna stick that plant. That baits a reaction. Aesthetic takes a bullet to the face. adreN up close misses the flick. But in the meantime, Maikelele gets caught by CJ. Lalzi just doing work this round, however. But adreN with the clutch in the end. Big round from adreN, making up for a lot here. He's got 29 kills.
Yeah, that was crazy because actually he was kind of low on health himself. So against that AK-47, that could have gone horribly wrong, but he definitely made that work. Now, how much further can they push this? It is MR3. And we'll get first team to get to 19 rounds here. Going to be the winner. If it's Team Maikelele, then that's just a 2-0. But if it's Team adreN, then we'll go on to Dust 2.
Map 3, that's right. This is single elimination as well. Quarterfinal match here. Third quarterfinal match so far. Second day of this tournament. But right now, I mean, that should still bode well if you're Maikelele, Team Maikelele. You still managed to make it close after adreN really putting you in a pretty deep hole that round. Moose, however, with the AWP, triple AWP play coming in here from Team adreN. Moose with the second kill. A third kill coming in for here for Dr. Mr. Fish. Misses the flick, but that doesn't matter because adreN is there with the fourth op kill. And, well, Maikelele, he gets kind of left to wonder, is he going to be the fifth op kill?
Or is he going to get a chance to do the 1 versus 4 here? He's done it before, but this time be a bit more difficult. The bomb is out there, and again, they don't really have to do anything here on the adreN side. All they have to do is wait till somebody tries to put down the bomb. It's already been spotted. There's the first one on Moose. Goes for a second, taps away, but CJ will take him down. And that's going to close out the round. Second one in the row here in overtime for Team adreN.
There was a moment there where I believed, Anders. It's a real close thing. But when you got into that tapping there, I was thinking the 1v4 could happen.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets that, he still has some time left to make it work. So it's not completely impossible that it could have.
And he knows that Dr. Mr. Fish is up on the shelf as well.
And he's got the Negev. Dr. Mr. Fish is amazing. I love this guy. It's everything about him. The name, the P90, now the Negev. If he buys his suits at any point, that's it. I'm sold.
Your soulmate.
Yeah, this is just great. It's pulling out all the stops here. If he taps with the Negev, then oh yeah, that's it. So powerful. I think he's boosted, or he's boosting someone. Yeah, so he's just down there holding steady.
Maikelele hoping that somebody's going to make a mistake over here on the B side, however. There is going to be a little bit of a shoulder peek. It's coming down to timing, though. Wallbang shot, not going to be good enough. Flashes all over the place. Maikelele gets out of dodge quick, and he does manage to make it back out. That incendiary, though, going to force his hand, and now the push begins here for the B site. Looking for the headshot, and Crasher's going to get it. No, Maikelele robs him.
AWP shot. CJ again in that awful position. Crasher's really low, so it could be a quick kill. No trouble there. Lolsey in the middle, going to walk right into Dr. Mr. Fish, and the Negev is gone. That's a real shame he didn't have it out in time. CJ ready and waiting, and now Maikelele going to miss the shot, and he actually gets the double kill for it. That's really good news. Now it's Lolsey and Forced to Live. Just Forced to Live. 1 versus 3.
Let's see. Nope. Beautiful work coming in here from Team adreN. 3 rounds in a row. Perfect CT side. Now they only need the 1 T side round to close it here. And so are they going to have the strength of will, the character on Maikelele's side to carry through?
I think they can. Like they played pretty well on the T side themselves. I think they've got what it takes to make this one work. They have so much money to work with the 10,000 starting money, so I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be able to pick up just a 1 round here. That seems like it's possible at least.
Mm-hmm. I think they can pick up 1. What I'm thinking is, you know, can Maikelele's team pick up 2, and then 3,
and then double overtime?
Boom. You know, just keep it going. Keep the hope alive, the dream alive.
I'm not sure. I mean, we're not seeing the same level of clutch coming out of Maikelele. I realize we're asking a lot out of it, but it was sort of like he spent a lot of it, it seems, on Mirage, and now, you know...
Are you saying that he doesn't have that much fuel in the tank?
Yeah, maybe he's, you know, just needs a break here. I mean, Dust 2 is the kind of map where he should have a big impact, right? So if it goes to it, it will be interesting to see how much he can do. But right now, yeah, I'm feeling like maybe the Lele has just worn off a bit.
The Lele. Well, let's see. Is it his time to shine? Can he prove you wrong, Anders? All of Sweden waits with bated breath as the Lele dominates short right now.
Just want like a picture of Maikelele focusing on like his monitor or something, and then like one of those like thought speech bubbles, and it just says like Lele for no reason. It's so incredibly silly. He's playing Highway, you're right. Forced to Live in the middle. Is anyone going to react behind the flashbangs? Just all the grenades here trying to force someone out. Crasher's taking a bit of damage, but he gets Dr. Mr. Fish, and that's a fine start. Can they follow it up with a kill here? Forced to Live going to take down adreN. Very important shots coming through here from CT side.
And now Lele is in position. He can actually go for the peek. There it is. Has the peek, ready and waiting, using his teammate as bait. Not going to matter. Forced to Live is going to come in and actually take advantage of this. Just like that. We're set up now as the information is gained. They know where Moose is coming from as well. They managed to get into checkered. Molotov is going to force him back into the corner. Not fully going to spread, though, so he has a little bit of room to maneuver with here. But more importantly now, they just need to figure out where Aesthetic is on this map. Team Maikelele.
He's already been tagged in the face. Aesthetic here, trying to win this fight with no time left. He's going to run out, so they get a kill, a parting gift there for Maikelele, but that's pretty much it. So one step closer to double overtime.
Deep breath there from Crasher. Bit of a cough as well. That's good. Clear the airways. You need to focus. Can't get like the need to sneeze or anything like that halfway through the round. That would be a disaster. In a game like CS as well, where it's like you blink and that's it. The guy comes around the corner. You need to be focused and dialed in. Now, adreN, that's it. It's going to be a bit more straightforward here. He's going to take a book out of his CIS brethren's playbook, basically. A page, rather. Straight up YOLO B. Let's go.
This could really work. The booster's just in right now, but if they realize, then Foxy's going to be alone, and it's not going to be good at all. Crasher comes charging out of the vent again. He's going to be going down. That leaves Foxy, and he goes into that corner on the B bomb side, which... Again, I have to say it, I'm not a big fan of it. Maikelele showing up, though, taking out Moose. That's very important here. Trying to make sure that they can win this round and continue on. Foxy, no one checking it just yet. There's the one kill. He continues the spray, but he goes down to adreN. And now it's a 2-on-3. Still looking great for Maikelele's team here.
Very nicely done. And they're keeping their cool. Maikelele, bomb plants not happening this overtime. This is all about the CT side, just picking up round after round. And now, well, we got to see, is it going to be second overtime or not? And are they going to be able to maintain this level? What a CT side. This has all been about the T side, it feels like. Both of the regular time halves have been about T side play. All of a sudden, these guys have remembered how to play CT.
But there is also an explanation for that, and part of it is, you know, so many of the CT rounds that we saw, they just didn't have the money. So when you get into overtime, right, you got the 10,000 starting money. Suddenly you can buy whatever you want, and things just tend to work out a bit better. Nice grenade in the middle there. You see the tagged up CG and Moose, and they're going to get the headshot. Maikelele. Now just 4 more kills, and they're going to go into double overtime.
There it is. There's 1. There's 2. I heard that.
Forced to live. Taking down a couple of kills, and Dr. Mr. Fish going to get his revenge. Still just leaves them in a 2-on-4.
Yeah, now there's a lot of work to do here for Dr. Mr. Fish, for Aesthetic. They can go with the buddy system, and that can work if Aesthetic is going to hit his shots like this. Takes down Crasher very quick. Still a man advantage here for Maikelele, but this definitely improves their odds. As you guys can see, they have to spread out and cover more ground here, Maikelele, and it does look like they're going to be focusing on that A side. They have 2 players there. And this is, in large part, no, not even due to Lulzy. Okay, Maikelele is playing from the site with the op. I thought he was going to be playing truck.
No, he's very aggressive in this position, and can they find a smoke for him? Aesthetic on the other side is going to be going down. Maikelele will get that shot 10 out of 10 times, and now it's Dr. Mr. Fish. 48 health, 49, and just in a 1-on-3 with 20 seconds left. It's a bit much to ask, really, even off the Doctor, and he's going to be going down at the end of it. So double overtime, 18-18. The first team to get 22 rounds now is the magic number.
And Dr. Mr. Fish, Dr. Mr. Fish, the man.
Yeah.
Does he go for Negev first round? That would be like the true BDP.
I would love it. Just remember to tap. It's so powerful when you tap with it.
That's the thing, but you have how many bullets? It's like the Bison. Just tap with the Bison. It's so good when you tap with the Bison, right? But it's like you have so many bullets. All you want to do is hold down mouse button and spray.
I mean, the only map that I can think of that you should do that on is maybe like Nuke.
Right.
Negev Nuke, or well, I guess like M249 Nuke on T side.
Okay.
It's good. Oh, look at this. They're going to go for the cross smoke into middle. They're going to smoke off the middle. Usually it's a play you make if you want to get into the vent. Now already, Crasher gone down. Strong start here for Team adreN.
He didn't go down, Anders. He got obliterated. Didn't even see what hit him there. Just there one moment, gone the next. And well, that forces the rotation out of his teammates, who are going to be trying to create exactly some space here in mid. Not quite going to happen, though, for Maikelele. He might get caught by Sugar Cube. Looks like he'll just be able to make it back. And now it's Forced to Live, taking a tremendous amount of damage. He's down to 13. They're getting beaten up. What is this? Team adreN, are they going to be the ones to get their first overtime T round on the board?
Feels like maybe it is. Maikelele will go down. That's obviously a big piece out of their strategy here. So now 3 versus 4, but Forced to Live being so low. A lot of this is going to come down to Lulzy and Foxy, and Lulzy actually has a lot of grenades here. We'll see if he can put some of them to good use. He's walking out really far out of the truck there. That could be dangerous. Trying to line them up, but adreN is there with an easy shot at the AWP, and that's going to put the rest on retreat.
Yeah, they're thinking. They want to hold on to these guns, perhaps. Bit of a shoulder peek there from Forced to Live, though. That's going to cost them. And now it's Foxy, alone. And really, it's like save the M4. You're not going to have the money to go for a full buy in the 3rd round if you keep losing like this. He'll find 1 kill, but adreN is there to pick up, what was it, 3? So, solid round there from adreN, exactly. The man in question right there on your screen. Mastermind behind the team, but also the opper, and also leading when it comes to the kills. Whereas over on Team Maikelele, that is Foxy, who's also doing good work, but...
Yeah, I mean, for one thing, I think he sort of brought them into overtime, right? That's a great shot coming out of adreN. We see people try it a lot, but if it rarely works, but drops Forced to Live down to 10 health. Horrifying way to get started for Team Maikelele, and yet another round here.
And yet another late boost. So Crasher, like, they know now that the vents have been shot out. They're going to be aware of this. They have players with incendiaries. Dr. Mr. Fish can set one up. Or is that CJ rotating out? Yeah, it's CJ. Exactly. There you go. Molotov into vents. And your boost. Really? Is it not going to spread? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it just not quite far enough into the corner, so that's potentially dangerous because they might be thinking, okay, well, that case no one was up there. So if they forget to check it, if they go for an actual attack here towards the B bomb side, that could definitely backfire on them.
Absolutely. Or they try to push, exactly, or they try to take over mid and push through vents. Crasher's going to be ready and waiting. They're going to have a heart attack. Unless, of course, they're watching vents and he goes for the peak. Never mind. False alarm.
Works out in the end. Down to 40 seconds, and Lolsey pushing out very aggressively. I wish he would have kept going because he could have got so much information out of that. And he's actually finally going to go for it. CJ will take him down now. Maikelele with the kill on Dr. Mr. Fish, and it's 4-on-4 with 25 seconds left here. Just not a lot of time. Maikelele flashing to buy time. That's the bomb on the other side of that smoke. They need to push through this smoke. They can't wait for it to disappear. That's just too much time off the clock. So eventually they're going to have to go all in. Forced to leave also showing up here. Down to 14 seconds. It's going to be another couple of seconds before that smoke disappears. And finally they make their way through. Forced to live, dropping the bomb with 7 seconds left. He's going to be going down. They need to pick up that bomb and get the bomb on. Right now it's too late. Oh no. That is down to the smoke. There was around 21 seconds when Reichel put down the smoke. And it takes like, what, 16, 17 seconds for it to fade. It's just, you gotta push through.
You gotta be willing to go for it sometimes. You gotta be willing to just charge in there, but not this time. Unfortunately, they run down that clock and we're tied up 19-19. Maikelele going for the FAMAS across the board, just to have some grenades to work with. And adreN, there's the change of pace. Straight into A main, that smoke goes down at the perfect time to lock them out, but are they just gonna flash their way through and run for it? Why not? Get that aggression going.
Last round of the first half of the second overtime is what we're looking for. Some more shots being attempted. Did that connect with Forced to Live, or did he take damage in the middle? Because he is on 85, and he was right in the lane. I guess we'll never know. Bit of a flash going in just to buy some more time. CJ opening up the squeak doll. They should be thinking that this could be an A push, and they actually have a really strong presence right here, Team Maikelele. So this could be a rough attack coming in from a team adreN. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make their way through.
They're low on utility. That's the one edge here that they have going for them, adreN. Maikelele. Oh, the perfect shots, though. Lolsey stepping up. 2 kills for him, and now it's Maikelele live on the site. Just goes for the jumping shot with the UMP. Gets gifted an op, and Moose, well, you're left to wander all on your own. You happen to be in Sweden. Lots of real estate. Go ahead. Because going into this firefight, it's not going to end well.
And gets taken out by Foxy, so 20-19. Team Maikelele 2 rounds away from taking this 2-0. That would be, I think that would be a bit of an upset here at this point. Like Team adreN, they've really fought hard to try and take this map away. They've done a good job, but it's just slightly out of reach every once in a while. It seems like they just can't bring it to the finish line.
This is what happens when you just have very evenly matched teams. I mean, it's the same exact thing, almost, that we saw between Team Zonix and Team Isaac yesterday, right? The German team versus the Polish team. It went 30 rounds, but that was like knives out, tooth and nail battle through and through that entire second map. So, I mean, it didn't go to overtime, but it might as well have been. It was so close. And we're seeing that again here between both of these teams. Very evenly matched on the second map. Neither refusing to give up. And so, again, $10,000, double AWP setup here for Team adreN. And Team Maikelele, no op setup. Just straight AKs for them. And a very quick mid-take coming through. I like it.
They've done this before, Team Maikelele, in regulation. So now they're just going to try and go back to what did work, because they were very good at getting the mid-control. Bomb is in A main. It is definitely looking like an A attack here. And here's the problem. There's only 2 people in that A bomb side. The other 3 are down in B. And the rotation time is going to be so long. So I'm definitely worried right now for Team adreN, the current setup.
So am I. Actually, because you're right. 3 over on B. They just have to trust in their retake, which is a tricky thing to do with more or less a pug. But big spray here from Dr. Mr. Fish, and he can't find the kill. Are you kidding me? He's down to 12 HP. Crasher, and Crasher's still alive. Foxy gonna find the kill on Moose. Forced to live. We'll take down this Dr. Mr. Fish. And it's a man advantage here for Team Maikelele going on to the A site.
CJ looking for the opening, but he can't make it work. And now Team Maikelele, they're going to be one round away from stealing all of this here. adreN can't do anything to save this 1-on-4. It's just not possible. It's going to go down to Forced to Live, who picks up another triple kill. He really has been playing well. They are one round away. And then I think that will just be heartbreaking. It was close in the first map, and then it was, I mean, obviously now we're in double overtime.
I need Maikelele right now with that beatbox, you know, because it's that really that iconic song. It's like, you know, boo, boo. The one that the Hiko sweating bullets, pouring sweat.
I'm trying hard to forget that beatboxing moment. I don't want to.
That was the Valve shot, right? The Valve show.
Yeah, that was too much for me.
Still.
Oh, Maikelele will be taking down the aesthetic and see how this is going to unfold. Flashbangs are in, and up on the bomb side here, trying to hold tight still. It's Dr. Mr. Fish. He's already, or CJ's already taking a bit of damage. It gets a quick double kill regardless, trying to keep it alive, and he's doing a very fine job indeed. CJ continuing. Third kill of the round for him, and Maikelele just shut down in this round.
Unfortunately, there are smokes up, and nobody's pushed through a smoke. And so Maikelele has been able to do zip, zilch, zero to help his team. And so can he find a kill? Oh, wallbang shot from adreN. Actually, you know, it's almost better when it comes to the op if adreN doesn't see the guy. If he's going for like a wallbang shot through the smoke, through the wall, through the grill. He seems to be hitting quite a few of these shots. Nicely done, though, by CJ to keep his cool.
Especially, I think, that second kill is because Foxy's jumping, so he can't even return any fire. CJ was on 29 health, so it would have been easy enough to get the kill, but just mid-jump, not really possible. Team adreN now fighting for triple overtime. If they can win this one round, that's going to be something what happens here. If not, then all of their hopes and dreams gone in an instant.
Months of work, of preparation for this moment, this one best of three. This is his single elimination. But now, movement towards A. They've been successful on A. It makes sense that Team Maikelele want to go back towards that A site, but Team adreN are set up to counter this. 3 players ready and waiting for this push. Triple overtime, Anders. It's going to happen.
Very well could. There was a gap in the smoke. It just went a bit too far to the right then, and that was all that he needed. adreN. Now they're coming back through the vent into Squeak. There's nobody holding on the side itself. They're getting some great wall bangs in. In fact, CJ actually got that shot on Foxy. That's incredible. Now, Aesthetic turning around. He's going to miss the no-scope. Lolzy will pick it up. It's still a 2-on-3 with 40 seconds left, and Grenade goes out there just to try and buy the cross, and Crasher, he's going to be able to do it. Lolzy, can he live up to the hype? He's the one with the health, and the bomb is planted for his position right now, so they've thought this through on Team Maikelele. 3 kills, and they will make it.
Double incendiary. Yeah, Crasher's going to get forced out. Easy kill. Lolzy wins the first fight. He's down to 10 HP, though. It's not looking good, and he's going to get caught. Dr. Mr. Fish. 2 kills for him to close things out here, and 41 kills versus 44. Both in-game leaders here, leading the charge. Maikelele with 44, adreN with 41. adreN putting in work.
Yeah, I mean, he's really started to step it up. Maybe he just had like a really slow start or something. We saw him, I think, between the 2 maps. He was looking like he was just a bit out of it, you know, like, oh, I'm not really sure what's happening. I'm not feeling it. But now he's definitely waking up. Now triple overtime here. Again, single elimination. So they're getting to play more than just a couple of rounds here.
They will definitely got their CS worth out of Stockholm. Hey, you get 1 best of 3 if you lose, but you're going triple overtime on map 2. Tournament life on the line, refusing to give up, and you might still make it. Yeah, this is wild.
See how much further we can push this. I mean, if you are wondering what's like the limit for overtimes, like how many rounds has been played in essentially 1 map, it's really high up there. Like it's
that was like a 3-hour map. What was it in PGL?
Yeah, I think Sato and Henry had like I can't even remember how long it took, but it was absolutely incredible.
Like 3 hours and 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Yeah, that's a marathon. more importantly, how do you keep playing like that nonstop and still keep, you know, hitting shots 3 hours straight? That's an insane amount of willpower.
You have to really, really want to win somewhere, you know.
Wait, wasn't that the one where Berg? Yeah, Berg broke his keyboard in half or something.
Just to make it last longer.
Yeah. He was so pissed.
Oh, he walks back in the fire, but it doesn't matter. Moose and adreN are there to help him out, and Maikelele, what can he do? 1 versus 4. It's been a while since he's won one of these, but he's got a chance now. Trying to put out the gun. There's a fake. It's a really good idea, but they didn't fall for it. So that's going to be first round going to Team adreN.
Sadly for him, not meant to be. Yeah, and you're right. They seem to have kind of been able to throw the blanket over Maikelele, right? He was flailing his limbs around a lot on Mirage, a little bit at the beginning of Cash as well, but then they figured out the solution, right? Wrap him up in a blanket, and he'll be much more docile, right? He won't be able to do as much. He won't be as dangerous. 1v3s? No, not going to happen. He might be able to headbutt somebody, but that's it.
Oh, are we going to see a real B rush this time? They're all setting up for it. I kind of like this. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. The grenades are out in aesthetic. Can he stay in place? He can't. He has to move back, so good thinking coming out of the T side. Now they're grouped up in the back of the bomb side. That's not favorable. One Molotov back here, and it's going to end horribly, but aesthetic will pick up 2 big kills, dropping Maikelele as well. This is really nice, and CJ just jumping, actually, parkour right past him. He is a rock climber as well. It's Lonzy in a 1-on-4, and they're just going to hunt him down. There's no chance here. Second round for Team adreN.
23-21. And, well, we're getting right back into it here, Anders, where we might actually have that map 3. Are the Swedes going to have that mental presence to carry through, to keep their cool? Because at this point, it's looking pretty grim, especially when they're doing this. I mean, you're not going to expect the second man behind. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, if there's a single incendiary that goes back there, you're screwed. But if there's no incendiary, there's nothing forcing him out into the open, CJ, that element of surprise that he's going to have, can make the difference. And sure enough, he gets 2 kills out of it. So, I mean, right now, we're looking at Maikelele just spending everything that they've got, and adreN very well equipped going into this last round of the first half of overtime.
Maikelele's already been dropped low in the middle. Not necessarily the best way to get started here, and Team adreN, they've already once in this overtime format won 3 rounds in a row on CT side, so it's not a given that they're going to win the whole thing if they do it again, but it's certainly a good start. Now, if they do it, they just need 1 round on the T side, and that will be it.
Oh.
He's being baited out.
Bait. I mean, that's some pretty fine movement there. But eventually, Foxy, you're going to get caught. And adreN's in position to deny your teammate as well. Goes ahead, gives us a quick NA nade as well, just on top of things, and Lulzy will be able to snuff him in the end. But there's still a man alive on the site, and that's going to be Moose, but not for long. He gets hunted down. Crasher there with the headshot. And so a 3-on-3 scenario, but not looking good here as Dr. Mr. Fish manages to pull off his flank. Yeah,
almost got flashed by that earlier flashbang there. Lulzy charging in, and Dr. Mr. Fish, not a chance there. It's going to be all up to Lulzy, 1 versus 2, but he has a Molotov. If he gets this kill, it could work out. Lulzy not using the grenades, just a headshot instead. The quad kill. And that's incredible. So they get they denied the last round. They win 2 out of 3 in their CT side. Team adreN, that is. Means they need 2 more rounds, and Maikelele's team needs 3 in a row.
Nicely done by Lulzy. You have him right there on your screen. Beast. Keeping his team's hopeful. If it was 3 rounds in a row there for Team adreN, like it was in the first half of overtime, this would have been, rather, the first round of overtime, we could have been going to quadruple. And then we would have really been having fun, Anders, because remember our discussion from yesterday, right? What comes after quadruple?
I still know. I still think you just make up words once you get past that.
Quintuple.
Some people were tweeting me saying that was like when we got further up, it was wrong or something. So
wow, those people are obviously full of it. Sextuple, septuple, octuple. Like that's that much I remember. I remember up to 8. I can't remember what like 9 is.
You're gonna have people tweeting you again. I'm just saying.
It's fine. They can tweet me all day if they want. Doesn't mean that they're right, Anders.
Saying Twitter is not a source for
for factual information. You're right. It is.
It definitely.
It's wild.
It definitely.
It's wild.
Forced to Live going to be moving closer here. Is there going to be a boost coming up? It seemed like for a moment Crasher wanted to join in on that one, but now they're just falling back and waiting. little bit of damage onto Maikelele. They are taking up position in A main mostly. Team adreN. Can they pick up another 2 rounds and make it to 25 here, which is the new number that we're looking for?
It's possible. Oh, wait. Well, that was unfortunate.
Dr. Mr. Fish is hanging out currently in main. They're a little bit paranoid about that potential boost, but they didn't bother to check the corner there. Forced to Live will take one down, does get traded fairly quickly, down under a minute now. CJ and the rest are trying to see if they can get this mid control, which is going to be difficult. There are 2 people in here, so a lot of presence in the middle for Team Maikelele, more than you normally would have. They're making sure they can fight for it. adreN going to be flanking out with the AK long range spray, and looked like he had it, but still ends up going down. Lolsey surviving on 8 health, and now Foxy, a lot going to be up to him. He wins that first fight. In spite of being actually out of position, he still manages to adjust the spray. Now, they're going to get close to 25 seconds. Dr. Mr. Fish will take care of business, same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. And now, it's Maikelele and Lolsey is low. He's got 8 HP, 9 HP. Maikelele, however, with that AWP, it's time for the heroics. Do not wallbang your teammate. That's all that we ask.
I was hoping for it.
You're running low on time, and there's only 1 kit in play, and it's on Lolsey. He needs to go in and die on the site. If he dies up there, Maikelele doesn't stand a chance. But if they can just find the 1 shot to crack open this defense, Lolsey making the noise. Maikelele hits the shot point blank. Now looking for the one in the back, and he gets it. Lolsey will have time for the defuse, and they keep their hopes alive. Maikelele going to tie it up at 23-23.
Well, that's a pretty incredible clutch. They certainly did not have the health advantage, and at that range, you start missing AWP shots, you're just going to be out of it. But very, very well done. Team Maikelele, 2 more rounds for either team. If they split the last 2 rounds, then it's going to be the 4th overtime. How much further
you can say it,
go?
It's quadruple overtime, but it's going to be a bit mad. It continues to... Oh, the deep nade. Oh, I thought that was going to do a lot more, but Aesthetic only gets tagged down to 77.
Yeah, maybe just a bit too far over his head. I mean, that's still pretty good grenade, you know. Like, every little bit matters. Ultimately, if you soften people up early on, especially when you're playing on the CT side, I mean, they have 4 M4s, right? So it comes down to when you're doing your traditional sort of spray and you're sort of pulling down your mouse over long range. It makes a huge difference if you have to get 4 or 3 bullets. It really does. So even if you've only done just a tiny bit of damage like this early on, it's still going to help you out later on if you get into a spray battle with someone. They'll die just a little bit faster. CJ will be going down to Lolsey's Molotov, and how on earth did it happen?
Curious myself. Interesting turn of events here. But with 50 seconds left, adreN is going to have to start forcing the issue. Aesthetic has the bomb, taking point towards A main, and they're going to put Moose. And we saw a little bit of this in the first half. Moose lurking in mid. He's usually on the extremities. So he will be boosted up, but there's still that man advantage. And a free shot there. Forced to Live, hanging out in mid behind Sandbag. And, well, this could be the beginning of the end here, Anders. We'll see. 3 players survive here for adreN, pushing onto the site.
Dr. Mr. Fish out. Lolsey as well. 3rd kill for him coming in. And Aesthetic gets dropped by Maikelele. This is getting dangerous now. They're 1 round away.
I can see Flom just squirming in his chair right now. Just squirming. He's not liking where this is going, Anders.
Oh, don't worry. If this doesn't work out well, we will have all sorts of questions for Mr. Flom. We'll be
North America right now, you know, all that pressure, that weight, 300 million, you know, versus what? Sweden, it's like 10.
It's 2017, man. I thought it was going to be a different year, you know, new beginning, just new things happening, and just nothing at all happening. Forced to Live will be going down. Moose with a strong start here. They're fighting to stay in the tournament. If they lose this round, it's going to be done. Maikelele going for a cheeky peek there, but ultimately he's going to try and fall back. That smoke might actually save. No, it doesn't. Moose will still take him down. He saw it coming, so now Lolsey all on his shoulders. A little bit of backup is here. He's going to run right in as they're reloading. He picks up 2 kills. That's big, but it still leaves Foxy alone in a 1-on-2. And he might as well take this fight sooner rather than later, because he's going to have to do the 1v2 anyway.
Does he not realize that it's A?
Factor seeing us realize this is the last round.
Time to get in there. You got no time now, boy. You got to get in there and take that fight. And so now, some shots. Know where he's coming from. If he can find the headshot on the man playing forklift, that would be big. But he's still walking into a crossfire here, so it is still looking grim.
And the timing, this happens every time, doesn't it? You pull out the grenade, that's when they peak. Every single time. That's it. 4 overtimes in. That's what we're going to get. The fight continues.
Well, that's it's never ending. 4th overtime, Maikelele versus adreN. 2nd map as well. It's not like this is map 3. It's not like this is map 3. This is map 2 with Team adreN battling to stay alive in this tournament. Team Maikelele struggling to close it.
So it is getting rough right now, especially as we've been talking about. Some of these players have never played sort of, you know, any kind of competitive game. I mean, outside of matchmaking or playing in like some of the paid services, they've just been playing, you know, yeah, just with friends, right? And it's different playing in a competitive environment. It's
absolutely. This is a LAN environment.
Yeah, but just generally speaking, it's so different playing in a tournament. Actually, I would encourage most people to try and do it. Like, there are so many online tournaments that are just like, you sign up and it doesn't cost anything and you can win like $100. It's worth doing it because your mental game is so different when you're playing in a tournament. It's really fun. Foxy goes and sprays, but he can't really connect with anything there. So instead, Aesthetic going to take him down now. 4 versus 3, but a nice shot for Maikelele. The bomb, though, does land right at the feet inside there. So maybe they can still get the plant home.
Doesn't miss it this time. That's the important bit there. In the first half, there was a key round, and unfortunately, Maikelele missed that shot. This time around, makes it happen. He's going to get forced back, but that's all right. He did the damage. It's a 3-on-3, minute 10 left. And well, that bomb just getting planted now on the B site. So now we get to see who is going to make it happen. Who's going to hit the key shot as the smoke clears on CT. Plenty of time for it to wait for it to go. They're out of grenades, though, for Maikelele. So it's all about getting in here and finding the dirty headshots. And so far, it's not looking too hot. Aesthetic will get traded. And now it's the hunt.
Oh, he's in the smoke right behind him. Dr. Mr. Fish trying to stay alive, but he's going to be going down. Maikelele with the kill. And Lolsey with another defuse happening. They will have the time for it here. So in the 4th overtime, it's going to be Team Maikelele picking up the 1st round.
And we're up to 50 kills on Maikelele as well. 50 bomb. Yep. In 4 overtimes. This is a bit obscene. It's starting to get a little out of hand. But what's fun to see is that adreN is just he's keeping right up with them. He's up at 47 kills right now, adreN. This is unreal. Hats off to Lolsey, though. He's definitely come alive.
Yeah, some of these rounds where it's close and they're a man or two down, he actually seems to hold his own pretty well.
Yeah, you can give it to Lolsey. You can give it to Foxy. Forced to live as well. These guys have been definitely showing something here.
Yeah, and again, they qualified playing with Maikelele through DreamHack, right? They were at the DreamHack event, and actually that's how he sort of selected his team. So seems like, I would say it seems like he made a pretty good choice in these players.
Yeah.
They're not exactly letting him down.
Very fun to see the talent. But then DreamHack, you know, it's like the LANs. There's little mini tournaments happening at the LANs all the time as well. There's a lot of competitive players that are showing up to watch, because there's a lot of esports happening at DreamHack. Not only CS, other games as well. But then, yeah, to compete.
Oh, Lolsey going to be run over there. He had the grenade out and had to sort of redraw his weapon, and CJ was just a bit too quick there. That's 4 versus 5. Not the best way to get started here. Maikelele, can he stop the plant from going down? He can't, and Forced to Live is also going to fall. Moose making sure to cover the back line there, and it's just all gone wrong. He realizes there are 2 people back there, but it won't really help. Crasher gets dropped as well, and that will be another round for Team adreN. You know what I remember? Because I remember when I went to, I think my first DreamHack was in 2013, I think. And I went there, and no joke, maybe 80+% of the people were playing League of Legends. Like, all the screens when you walk past, there are thousands of people in DreamHack, almost all League of Legends. And then you could see the progression, like, into 14 and 15, that suddenly it just got converted into Counter-Strike, like, steadily. And you go there now, it's madness. Like, so many people playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it's true. It is a joy to see.
Not that it has to be a battle between League and Counter-Strike. I'm not saying that.
Oh, because there is none.
But I'm just saying we are winning. It's it's still a 5-on-5. No one has gone down. And that's a good kill there. Moo's going to be going down. Crasher with the kill. Good way to get started for Team Maikelele. Can they... I mean, what's the even is the number that we're looking for?
29.
29? Or 28, I think?
No, wait. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, we're in the second half.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just so many rounds now at this point.
It's complete madness. The math is becoming very hard. Even though we're just adding like +4 every time, it's still difficult.
This is the third round. That's right. So it's 24-24. That's right. So we're 25-25, 26, 27-28. Yeah, 28. That's what we're looking for here.
Taking their sweet time. In fact, I would say this is incredibly slow, like much too slow for Team adreN. They're only in the middle now. Got 30 seconds left. And there are still Molotovs in play. That one on Lolsey by the truck and Maikelele. They're actually both at the A-bomb side, both these Molotovs. Yeah, this is horrific. When that Molotov goes up, luckily the bomb is coming up highway, but Maikelele, what a shot. He's going to go right into adreN, and they get the kill on Lolsey as well. Somehow they're actually making this work with 11 seconds left. Foxy going to take down adreN, and now the bomb is dropped out in the middle of nowhere. Aesthetic, he can't do anything. He has to take the fight here. Again, you saw that coming miles away. Just 30 seconds in the middle, that's cutting it too close.
Unbelievable. And they're still keeping their hopes alive now. They're a round ahead now, Team Maikelele, in the end. And it's just a lot. I mean, that's what you do see with teams that don't have that T-side ironed out if they're going to try and go for a deeper strategy. This is what adreN mentioned in the video, the head-to-head coach video coming into this match. He wanted to, if the aggression doesn't work, fall back on tactics, fall back on leadership. The only issue is if you're going to fall back on tactics, that requires polish, that requires time. And we've seen that in the past from teams who they run out of time because they don't have plans set in stone. So they spend a lot of time, they waste a lot of time milling about trying to decide what to do and how to do it instead of just being able to execute instantly when a call is made. So, yeah, I mean, that's just what you expect to see out of a pug. So, still, it's a semi-pug. I mean, they have had some time to prac, but not enough, we'll say, to really get that fine-tuned machine going.
Just for the sake of math here, another 2 rounds for Team Maikelele, and that's it. Yeah, they make it through 2-0, defeating Team adreN, but there's also a chance.
Quintuple time, quintuple overtime?
For a 5th overtime.
It will be 27-27, right?
Yes. Aesthetic with a good kill there. Taking out Crasher, bringing it a bit closer, and again, because of the starting money, they invest directly into that double AWP setup, which, why not? I mean, it was a while before Aesthetic even started picking up the AWP. I didn't see it much on Mirage at all. But now that he's using it, it's looking quite good.
Where was adreN? Is he in CT? Oh, he was in CT. Damn. I was wondering, that was looking a little promising there for Lolsey. I was hoping that he'd actually be able to find something, but doesn't work. And well, now the mad dash, forced to live, drive-by. Takes down Moose, but in the meantime, Dr. Mr. Fish is going to snuff Maikelele. Give him the Kevorkian.
Forced to live will take him down, though. Bit of a shame. 2-on-3 spray almost takes down adreN. He's on 1 health. How is that even real? Forced to live. That should have been a triple for him right now. They're up on the container as well. adreN has gone down. Foxy doing the work, and forced to live. They bring it back. Team Maikelele out of nowhere. 3 versus 4 when they started that whole thing. And forced to live just cruising into the bomb site and wrecking them.
Forced to live just does not stop. What a beast. This is unbelievable, Anders. 52 kills on Maikelele, but forced to live. He's got 36, but that was a high-impact round right there that he managed to pull off. Literally pulled his team's herring out of the fire.
Are you also hunting fish with Molotov now? Is that where we're at?
Less effective, some would say.
It's going to be real difficult. adreN on the other side, he sees what's coming, and he's only going to get the 1 kill. Maikelele will get the refrag, but he's going to get hunted down by Dr. Mr. Fish, and that's going to leave it in a 4 versus 3. In the middle still, Moose will take down Foxy over at the A-bomb sites, and now we're getting closer to that 5th overtime. Lolsey, though, will get 1, but Aesthetic's dead. They're trying to hunt him down. Forced to live, gets the kill, and he has the bomb and a lot of grenades, and look at this smart play. Smoking off, pretending that He's gonna just go straight for the plant. Instead, he's walking around here. This is a very smart play.
He's got so much time. He has got so much time. He can do whatever he wants at this point. He can sit and wait, try and bait some play out. And he can even wrap over towards A if he wants. Give himself some real options. He has a Molotov and a flash grenade. And he's even making noise on the B site itself, further committing Team adreN towards this bomb site.
Yeah, but this is also a great positional play for them, right? They can spot him going past here.
Yeah. That's sick.
Dr. Mr. Fish has figured it out.
Oh, that's long years of study.
He's done the math, yeah. This is why he went to school to begin with, just ready and waiting for it. Force up on the high ground now. He's going to go back in, so it's going to be a bomb plant. There's no point in planning for Checker because he's not going to be able to get that position anyway. And he has that Molotov, and they have one too. Dr. Mr. Fish has picked it up. He's going to put up one to the right-hand side. Now it's down to headshots here. He's going to get one. Can he get the other one? And knock Team adreN out of this tournament. There it is. He picks up Dr. Mr. Fish. And Team Maikelele will continue through 2-0. And what a clutch coming in from Force to Live.
The man with the hair just comes right through. Look at that hair. Of course this man will clutch it. Easy.
Unreal, isn't it? Maybe that's what did it all along. So that's it. It took 4 overtimes before we finally got a result here. And that's the first game of the night. We still have another one coming up with, yeah, that's going to be interesting too. The Australians versus the Taiwanese. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's Luke versus Sponge. And we got to enjoy, Sponge's company.
Captain Lazy
on the desk yesterday, and he's gonna know that. He's gonna hear that. He's definitely back there listening to the broadcast.
Vacation time is over, Sponge. What I'm saying.
It's time to get back to work.
Yeah, but more than Sponge, a man who really owes us an explanation, I think, is Flom right now. I mean, I'm just worried about that. I don't know what's happening with America. It's a new year. We were told it was going to be great. We were all expecting it, and
listen, you're just kicking a puppy at this point, Anders. Look at that face. That's not the face of a man who has any fight in him. It's a man of a face who's just struggling right now with these inner North American demons.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of the whole catching more flies with honey type approach. I think you have to be accountable. You have to stand up and explain yourself here. So obviously we do want to hear from Maikelele as well. So I think they are ready on the desk. Parla, let us know. First of all, we obviously love to hear from Maikelele, but we also want to hear out of Flom what's going on with America.
Yeah, I mean, I can pretty much throw it to the guys. That was some insane OT action. How many? It was 4, right?
4 OTs.
Yeah, 4 OTs. Yeah. In the great words of Aubrey Graham, OT, it's never much love when we go OT. Drake, guys. Beautiful, no? Or is that... All right, guys.
Pansy, you're totally allowed to just kick him right off the chair.
Yeah.
You guys take it away.
No more.
No, please, Michael, seriously, that was insane. How did you guys keep focused? What was it like playing Team US online? Because they did a great job. They did a great job as well, and they were in there until the very end.
Yeah, they played good. I mean, in the end, I think no team had any plans at all. We just rushed around and tried to get picks everywhere. Especially the last, I think it was the last round or the round before, when he just rushed through smoke and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, and he killed 2 people and won that round. But yeah, it was a pretty intense game. It was fun to play, and yeah, looking forward.
Speaking to Lolzy, who was kind of like the guy most known on your team other than yourself, he did say Lucas was the guy to look out for, and that was the guy that clutched right at the end there. And so, what do you think of your team, how they currently stand? Are you happy with how you've kind of led them so far, and the development of these guys?
I mean, we have 2 guys that's 15. Oh yeah, actually one of them turned 16 yesterday.
Happy birthday! Who is it? Which player?
It's Forset Olive.
Oh yeah, who just clutched?
Yeah.
Forset Olive, yeah, congratulations.
So it was a good birthday present,
happy birthday.
I guess.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
But yeah,
Lucas.
I think the team is pretty good. They don't like to listen to me a lot, so
really?
that's something we have to learn. But yeah, when they listen to me, we're winning. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, obviously you play at the highest level there is, right? These guys are up and coming. They're very talented. I know a lot of people know Lolzy from previous kind of events similar to this one, and even like getting a little bit better known through the Swedish scene and such. But what do you think the biggest gap is where they need to learn? Would you say the communication stuff listening to you, or what's the biggest disconnect between like their level right now and where you are?
I think that like when they're playing, they're so focused in their own gameplay, so they just forget about like the team play-ish. And I think that's the biggest problem they have at the moment. Like they're just focusing on themselves. But you can clearly see that when they're trying to play just with the team, they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm pretty. I'm shocked that they're playing so good.
Yeah.
Some of them.
If you don't mind, map pool wise, we've seen 2 maps from you, right? So Mirage, you just beast moded everyone. Let's be honest. Like you were pretty crazy for the first like 4 rounds in that. A little quieter on map 2. Like Cash, you dropped 50 at the end, but like it wasn't like that 1v3s every round. How do you feel about your map pool? Do you have like 3 maps you feel comfortable with these guys? Is there any maps you'd want to avoid? Is there anything you don't want to play?
I think we can play any map.
Yeah.
We have been playing pugs together and cracking, so we're pretty confident on every map. We don't have too much on anything, but we have a little bit on every map. So I think we're pretty confident on every map.
Talking about the players that you have on your squad, adreN did have some pretty interesting characters. I think a fan favourite, definitely, of Anders and Semler was Mr. Dr. Fish. Dr. Mr. Fish.
He messed up his name.
I'm
Anders
sorry,
is just...
He
it's a
said it like
difficult
a
one to
billion
say.
times.
And he put up a good fight, all the guys did. And I think we actually have something commemorating Dr. Mr. Fish, Mr. Dr. Fish, Dr. Mr. Fish on screen right now. We'll get that up. We won't get that up.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There
my-
it is. Nice.
There we go. The Dr. Mr. Fish.
I think that's
Beautiful
a nice
artwork
style.
by DreamHack Production.
I was going with
That's
why
him,
is
actually.
Switzerland
That's
in this?
top quality
Not
production.
Switzerland this first day.
Isn't it him?
Yeah, that's actually who is playing, I think.
That was him, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a fish.
Well, we have no proof right now, so it could be he's jumped back into the sea or river.
Yeah.
Maybe
You know-
become a sushi.
Maybe become a sushi. See, Mike,
Exactly.
these guys don't get it, you know. We're thinking
We
up
don't
here.
help
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Michael's got your
We
back.
just-
He's
we
like,
just let you
Paul's
fall
being
in,
an
like,
idiot
we're
and let me
done.
help
Yeah.
him.
Well-
we just leave you to drown in this.
I mean, I guess I need to balance it out since all NA has fallen so far.
Oh.
Flom, so.
Flom, bud.
Yeah, just
That
gotta
hurts,
even it
man.
out.
I mean, at least we have teams.
I can't even defend against that. Neither me or Lauren can, realistically.
No.
But they have the streamer on screen, you know.
That's it.
Yeah, he's my favorite,
Yeah.
right? I love on screen.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, on screen's
You
an
just stop
awesome
hitting
guy.
on Parla,
one.
all right? We've discussed this. You
That's
need to
true.
wait till later.
Yeah, I
calm
gotta
down.
focus on one guy at a time.
Yeah.
But Pala is like the fan favorite here, I think.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Everyone loves
Especially
Come on, don't be
B-Hop
silly, dude.
videos, they're so insane.
nuts.
Thank you very much,
I
T.
was actually angry when I watched them. Like,
You got angry.
what are you doing? Like, just jump.
This guy, man. Dude, save the trolling, all right? Because we
Love
can have
you.
a proper conversation about this at some point.
Okay.
Talk about you and your performance, mate. You broke your thumb playing it like a kid's game, dude.
Yeah, I know. And it was adreN. Well, that was his.
He tried to sabotage you?
Yeah.
It's mean.
That is just an excuse.
And I actually got my revenge from the MLG Columbus against him.
You said that was
well,
like
you told
the
me that
focus
before.
point.
I made
So
sure
I'm
to let
pretty
everyone
happy.
know, so it means a lot to you.
I'm gonna tweet about him sooner or later. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, and so going into the next match, you will be playing the winner of our next, the next quarterfinal, so to speak, and that's going to be Taiwan Z going up against Sponge, the Team Australia guys. Who would you prefer to play at this point? Do you know, or do you need to kind of like see the match first?
I don't know. It doesn't really care. I think it would be fun to play both of them.
Did you
Like
say
the-
it doesn't really care? Were you speaking in like...
His team has become a monster of its
Yeah,
own. You know what I mean?
like,
Like
an abstract third
We can play
person.
against both teams at the
Okay.
same time. Yeah.
So like 5v10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Make it
On
competitive
AMAP.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but the Taiwan team, they sat like 5 hours yesterday and just looked through all the maps. That was pretty cool. I want to play against them because of that. I want to see what they were talking about. And Australia team have Sponge, and I like to play against him. I've never done that, so I don't know actually if I like it, but I think so.
That's
Gotta
how our
try it
relationship
once,
started,
right?
mate. Lauren, Flom, any final kind of like questions for Michael?
Who do you, if let's say you made it to the final rounds in this, who would you want to play out of the teams that are left? You've got Isaac's team still in there. You've got a couple of the others still around. Like whoever wins out of this, is there anyone you wouldn't want to play? Like Isaac's team looked pretty good, to be fair. Said they've been practicing against like Virtus Pro and stuff like that. Like they've been really keen. Like, does it bother you, or are you just confident in your own team enough?
I want to play against Isaac's team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Have
think
you played against Neeks before? Because he was at one point playing at like...
no. I don't
No.
think, I don't remember.
But do you recognize the
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know from where, but I recognize his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric, anything you'd like to say, ask?
Are you guys a little worried about not having so many strats? Because I know you guys have been, like you said, you've been pugging a lot. And in that, it kind of showed, right? Like, you guys won a lot of rounds that weren't in your favor. Now, like, So
2 on
your
4s.
strategy is kind of like, you know, maybe a little bit lacking, but the individual play like shines. Are you a little worried about that?
Nah, I mean, I think like no team has too much things on the map.
No,
but I
that's for
mean,
sure.
we have something. We can just go from those kind of rounds. Like we don't have to do exactly those rounds. We can maybe fake it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty confident that we just in our aim, you know, that we're playing individual.
No,
skill.
it definitely showed in that game. Definitely did.
Yeah.
Well, we are pretty much ready to take a break before the next matchup. But Michael, have you got any final words? And I don't know, anything, just maybe we can ask some personal questions about Michael. Dude, you've been doing, recently you've been doing great. Dude, congratulations on that little run with NIP. And now you started your new team. You're competing next week at DreamHack Leipzig. Anything you'd like to speak about quickly before we head off?
I don't know.
That was the best like segue into it.
Just shout out to your fans. No.
No, okay, serious face. Okay, business.
Yeah.
No, but I'm looking forward for the next week tournament at Leipzig. I think it's gonna be fun. Not too many good teams, but I think the teams there are pretty like at the same level, kind of. So I'm looking forward to it, and I will meet you again.
Yes, indeed.
I love you.
I love you too.
I mean, you're very beautiful.
They go tight on me. When Michael says I love you, they go tight on me.
like your
For my
eyes start
reactions, they see the
glistening
glistening
and-
eyes. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
So you
thank
are
you.
beautiful. Actually.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Love you.
And any final words then to the audience who've come to what you do? You have a very, very hardcore fan base, the Lele's or whatever you want to call them. And so if you want to say anything to them, now's a good chance.
King Lele checking out.
Woo! Drop the mic. Okay, everybody, we will be back in a couple of minutes. It's the final matchup of the day, and we will find out our final semi-finalists. Taiwan Z versus Team Australia. Go nowhere.